All right, everybody, welcome back to King of the Hill. I'm James Chen, and I am here with Mr. PR Balrog, aka Eduardo Perez. How you doing?
I'm doing good today. I had to wake up super early today, but it's okay.
Well, you know what? It's pretend, like you're doing early morning pools.
I guess so.
Except you have to play like a grand finals match like right away.
Yeah.
So now, you obviously you're known for playing Balrog in Street Fighter 4. You're PR Balrog, right? And now here in Street Fighter 5, you are continuing this trend. How are you finding Balrog here right now?
Well, he's definitely more fun than Street Fighter 4. That's the first thing. He's very creative in this game, as opposed to Street Fighter 4. He was very slow, control-wise. But now in this game, he's very active. He's always on the offense. He struggles a little bit on the defense, but that's fine because his offense is so good, right?
Yeah,
so he's fun.
For anybody who's watched your stream, you stream yourself playing Balrog all the time. I feel like in Season 2, the giggle ratio has like
yeah
the percent.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, so you're gonna be going up against Long Island Joe, Li Joe. How much experience do you have against Urian?
I have pretty good experience already. I think I played Kelvin a little bit, and last week I actually lost to him in a tournament, but it was so close.
Okay.
But I think the style that Kelvin has is a little bit different than Joe's. Joe's is a little bit more conservative, so we'll see what happens. But I'm more confident with his style than Kelvin's.
Okay. Yeah. Well, here's my question for you, though. I mean, I know recently you've just left Team EG and you're starting to do some stuff on your own. What's in the future here for this year for PR Balrog?
Well, like I said in my video, if you haven't watched it, I basically said that I'm going to go alone and I want to brand myself out. Okay. What does this mean? This means that instead of being on a team, I gather all those sponsors to sponsor myself, not a team by itself.
Okay.
But on another video that I made, I said that if the offer is right, of course, then I would be considering getting into a team.
Okay, cool, cool.
So the option is not out yet. And if I'm on a team, then I'm on a team. And if not, then I'll go alone still.
So, I mean, because last year, I don't feel like we saw as much of PR Balrog in the tournament circuit. So is that going to change? Are we going to see a bunch of you this year?
Definitely. I feel like my fire for the fighting games are actually back.
Okay, cool.
I feel very confident now. I've been practicing a lot. I've been streaming a lot. So it's kind of like being reborn again. I like that.
I mean, do you feel like it's because Balrog is more fun, or do you find yourself to the point where you feel like you're understanding Street Fighter 5 a little bit more?
I think it's because of the second answer that you just said.
Okay.
I feel more confident in the game. I feel like I understand the game a lot better. Even if Balrog is bad or good, I feel that I can do well with him.
Okay.
And if I have to, branch out to other characters, I'll do what I have to do too, and it doesn't really matter.
That's true. I mean, are you still do you still have Nikali as a secondary or anything like that?
I do not.
Okay.
But I'm working on at least 3 other characters to see how I fare with them and see how I enjoy them. So yeah.
And one last question.
Yes.
How many Juan punches are you going to land?
Oh, my God, Joe. I'm so sorry, man. Juan punch.
All right. Well, thanks, Eduardo. And right after this break, we'll come back and I'll have some words with Mr. Li Joe. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to King of the Hill. I am with Long Island's #1 son, Mr. Joe Chiaramelli. How you doing?
Very good, Mr. Chen. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Well, look, you're here invited out for King of the Hill. You're going to be representing East Coast. This is the first, this second season here. We have this East Coast, West Coast rivalry. You've been out here before to represent the East Coast in Bar Fights 2 a long, long time
1981 or something like that, right?
How does it feel to be out here again representing East Coast?
Honestly, every time I come out here, if it's for playing or just hanging out, like I love it out here. The people are really cool to me. Everyone's very supportive, and everyone's always like, "Hey, so you moving out here? When is LA Joe coming?" It happens every single time I come here. But no, I really like it out here, man. You guys are really great to me and everything else, so I appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, look. We've all seen the video where Urian was revealed, like that little teaser, and you kind of went a little crazy about that.
Eduardo was there, actually. Eduardo was standing right next to me, actually.
Now, so he's out here,
yes,
and you loved him in Third Strike.
Yes,
he's your favorite.
He's actually
character?
my favorite Street Fighter character, no questions asked.
Oh wow,
yes.
okay.
They're not even like maybe no. Urian's my favorite Street Fighter character.
Well, so how happy are you to be able to use him in this season and have him be as strong as he is?
I'm like blessed. I'm like, oh my God, I have like my favorite character. Not only my favorite character, that he's actually really good. So it's it actually makes me want to play the game more. And he's also an interesting character compared to most of the cast, like how you can play him and what you can do, the options he has. So I never hardly go in training mode, but with him, I'm like, all right, let's go in training mode and mess around a little bit.
Right.
So I know it's cool. It's very fun. It's entertaining to play him, and it's cool to watch also. So I think it's a good thing all around, even for the game.
Right.
It's
so I mean, we're talking about some fun, Yuri and stuff, but I do have to ask a more somber question.
No problem.
How do you feel about Nash?
Who?
Okay, fair enough. All right. So
wait, who? Is he DLC?
Maybe in the I don't know. It might be reverse DLC. Got taken out of the game.
I was a huge fan of Nash, and I played him at E3. He was the first character I picked in the beta when we were all playing at E3. So I played him all through Season 1, all the betas and stuff like that. I really had a good time playing, kind of just like Urian. I really liked using him. It was just fun to use him.
Right.
And ever since Urian came out, I kind of stopped using Nash a little bit, but also a little bit after Evo, I kind of stopped playing a little bit, so it wasn't like I was grinding as much as I probably should have. Okay. But I just played Urian more like on fun, just because it was Urian and I liked the character.
Right, of course.
But I played him like maybe twice in Season 2, and that was just like, I don't like this. Just feels like kind of sluggish. I still think he can win some matches. Me and Ed were actually just talking about this. I think he still does good in some matches. I think he's viable to an extent, but like when you play him in Season 1 and then you play him in Season 2, you're like, I don't know.
What you're used to doesn't work.
Maybe someone can come in and be like, all right, I kind of like Nash. He's cool to play him for the first time, but to go from Season 1 to Season 2, I feel like the change is just extremely dramatic.
Right. Okay. Well, look, I have to ask you about this.
Sure.
So obviously, last year, Evo top 8, you were the sole U.S. representative, and you won your first match against Ada. You had this giant stadium cheering your name and everything like that. Like, how was that for you? Like, I'm not sure I've ever asked you this before. Like, how did that make you feel?
It was probably not only like the greatest moment in like fighting games, but it's probably like one of the greatest things I've ever done in my life, honestly. Seriously, like all jokes aside, I mean, I've been doing it since I'm literally like 3 years old. You know what I mean? And I've had friends. I watched Eduardo be on the stage. I watched Justin be on. I watched all these friends that I've wanted to win, and like they got there. So for me to be up there, you know what I mean? And then again on such like an important time, you know what I mean? Like it couldn't have been any better, honestly, for me. You know what I mean? It was truly, truly amazing, extremely humbling experience as well. Again, I'm just glad I got to experience something like that within the scene, and almost like, I don't want to say embed myself, but I did it. You know what I mean? Like I have a medal in my house. You know what I mean? Actually, it's in my job in my office. I have the medal in my office. Yeah.
Nice.
But no, it's just, again, extremely, extremely humbling. A huge, huge honor to represent all of us. You know, that day, and also to stand with those guys that I've been watching for literally like 10, 15 years, from Virtua Fighter to Third Strike. You know what I'm saying? Like every player up there was just like great at everything they've ever done. And again, to stand there and be in a room with all of them, like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm sitting here with these guys.
But I mean, how much did it mean to you that not only were those guys in the room, but your dad flew out?
Yeah.
Your dad flew out. As soon as he found out you made top 8, he came out there,
Yeah, he hasn't really watched me play since I was probably like 15 or 16. Ever since I started being able to travel by myself.
Right.
Again, he used to take me all the time when I was a kid. When I was like 4, 5, 6, he would take me to malls and arcades on Long Island and stuff like that. But he hasn't really watched me compete or play in probably like 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess he'll watch something on YouTube or whatever, if there's a video or whatever.
But to see it
yeah,
live
to be
like
there,
that,
he hasn't seen me play in literally like 15 years.
Right.
So as soon as I got top 8, my good friend John Gallagher called him up. Because I wasn't going to call him. It's like 3 in the morning. So he called him. He's like, yeah, Joe got top 8. So I talked to my dad, and then he's like, oh, congratulations, proud of you, blah, 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 blah. And then as soon as I hung up the phone, John, like, whisked away in the corner and called them back. And my dad was like, I'm coming now. Like, don't tell him I'm coming now. So my father was actually on vacation in my sister's home in Florida, and then they got a ticket right there and then, and then he came right over.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it was cool.
I mean, you just called Eduardo your friend, right? But right now, today, he's your enemy. So how well do you feel like you're prepared to fight against Balrog right now?
People think because I live over there and we have players like Smug, like I have never played Smug in Season 2. Not a single game have I ever played Smug. I played Javits a couple of games, but I haven't really had the training or experience I would like against, but not even Balrog, maybe like 60% of the cast. You know what I mean? Like I really haven't gotten that yet in Season 2. Also, this is my first time using Urian in any kind of competitive atmosphere. So it's going to be fun.
All right. Well, we're going to see how that's going to go down. It is going to be Long Island Joe going up against PR Balrog coming right up after this break. We are just about underway for this epic matchup between PR Balrog and Long Island Joe. Both players proudly representing their homes in their nicknames.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah.
Long Island Joe and Puerto Rico Balrog.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting that Joe's favorite character is Urian. I didn't know that. I mean, that kind of makes sense in retrospect, but that's definitely cool. And for PR Rog, it's the same thing. I mean, he's playing a character that he has played in a couple of different iterations of Street Fighter games. And, he obviously was one of the best in the world, maybe the best in the world as Street Fighter 4 Balrog. In Street Fighter 5, he can definitely do the same thing.
Maybe we should just call him PR Balrog and LI Urian. There you go. We should just
Genius. Long Island and Puerto Rico. Yep, that's right. That's right. No, I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be a really great match. Please follow along on Twitter at ESL SF, because there are going to be more great matches, right? This is not the only one that we're going to have for this season. And so if you want to find out what's coming up next, and I really hope that you do, give them a follow right there. But that's not the only reason to give them a follow. You can also give them a follow in order to give yourself a chance to win a Controller Chaos item there, a pad, or the stick, I should say. Also need to follow Controller Chaos to do that, so please give them a follow as well.
Yes, very, very nice design work that they, the artwork that they put on the joystick. Again, it's not even just like printed artwork put on there. It's like it's like basically painted on there.
Yeah, it's really nice for sure. And then in addition to that, we want to thank our monitor support for being what the players get a chance to play on. That is provided by Addis.
That's right.
Those are Zowie BenQ monitors provided by Addis. So thanks to them, and you can also give them a follow at Addis Inc. Tonight, at 8 p.m. Pacific time, we're going to have Ultra Chen TV, and it's going to be, I think, a pretty interesting episode.
Pretty special episode, yeah.
Later today is when the official lineup of EVO games is announced.
Yeah, EVO 2017, yes.
Exactly. So we're going to talk about which games made it, which games maybe didn't make it. I don't know how many games there are going to be. We have no idea.
Right.
So we'll talk about all that stuff and what to watch for. It's not the only news. There's also Injustice news today.
That's right.
There was a sick tournament this past weekend. Genesis was awesome to watch. So we'll have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. But we are going to try to get to the players now, and it is going to be, once again, Li Joe and PR Balrog. And one of the things that I cannot overemphasize is just these two guys, when you watch them play fighting games, I feel like these are two of the guys who have the most fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, smiles are going to be abound. And, as I alluded to, whenever you watch PROG streaming, it's just like the giggles and the laughs are ridiculous.
Yeah, he has a really good time.
Yeah. And then, of course, Li Joe is just, like, honestly, one of the nicest people that I have ever met.
For sure.
He is
Oh, man, he took the hoodie off? No. The hoodie is so sick, though. And then, speaking of taking off,
you know what?
Joe's not going to end up with that suit. I asked him about the character uniform, whatever, the outfit, and he said he has to go with the classic. It wasn't even like, I prefer it. It was, I have to do it.
Yes.
You have to do it.
And, speaking with Joe earlier, he's actually one of those people who's really into costumes and,
setting the tone! Also, that might not be allowed, but here, it's all good.
We can do whatever we want.
First to 10.
All right. So,
again, that was an intended punish, but he didn't get the button first.
Yeah, look, both of these characters are very aggressive, very offensive. Although Urian can play defensive with some of his buttons.
Here's the thing about Urian is I feel like he has some of the best buttons in the game. He has some zoning tools. He has, of course, just like amazing offense. Just some of the best mix-ups in the game. Extremely strong. Not quite the damage output, not quite the stun output that Balrog has, but I mean, we're talking about two of the best offensive characters in the game, regardless.
Yeah. So I'm expecting some pretty fast. Oh man, here we go. Look at this damage here.
This is gonna be big. He does spend the bar. That's extreme corner carry. The setup.
Okay. But off of a crouching light kick, and he's gonna get the Aegis combo.
More. Oh, okay.
And then with one little throw bait right at the end there.
The little delay. Yeah, one cool thing about seeing Urian players play is that everybody so far seems to have different Aegis setups. And so when you're playing against the Urian for the first time, you have to, it takes a couple games to see what their options are.
Yeah, and that's one of the beautiful things about Aegis is that it allows for that creativity.
Agreed.
It allows different players to do different things. And it's why it's actually like kind of one of my favorite V triggers right now.
Totally.
Because it just lets you do a lot of creative things.
These are two really powerful characters, but I think that's kind of cool because they're such interesting characters. Like they're not powerful in the sense that they're just very sort of control heavy, boring. It's not like that. They are interesting, explosive characters. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. But definitely both of them very, very V trigger intensive as well.
Yeah, they have some of the best.
Yeah, they are both. I mean, basically, once Balrog gets you into a V trigger, it's just like a mix-up. You've got mix-up all days, and someone pointed out to me like one of the reasons why that these two characters, plus Laura, is so strong right now is because they kind of bypass the quick rise back roll wake up
they can
game.
reset, yes, for sure. Okay, does spend it. That's unsafe. It can be crush countered, but I love the movement. PR Balrog, speaking of movement, look at that.
Oh, a backdash from Joe gets him out of there. Okay, PROG choosing to kind of just deal with that.
Setup?
Yeah, he's going to bounce off of it. Ooh.
That's plus. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, man.
That's also, and it's advantage. So crouching medium kick, you got to watch out. That's sick. You can link out of it. It's advantaged on block. And then he can bring in very fast EX charge, just like that, and take up a bunch of space. Hard to press buttons in between it. Hard to jump out of it.
Yes.
Difficult to deal with, so I really like that by Joe.
Yeah, you block that crouching medium kick, and then he throws out a standing strong. If you're holding up back to try to jump away, he's going to catch you in your pre-jump frames, and it's painful. But nice throw bait there from PR Balrog gets Joe into the corner. Oh, that looked
like it was unsafe, right? There are ranges where it can be safe.
Right. also has weird block stun, but man, every round that KBrad has won, you notice, has been kind of like this.
Ooh, he saved the meter. Well, okay, it worked.
Yeah, so the 2 rounds that KBrad have won so far have looked like that.
Right.
But that's just an indication right there that, yes, that's one of Urian's biggest weaknesses, is that he doesn't have great defense outside of an EX headbutt, which is huge startup time.
Yeah, it's very easily safe jumpable. You can actually press buttons on the ground before it comes out. It is pretty slow.
It was kind of like Rufus EX Messiah was in 4.
On the other hand, there are many characters, including Balrog, who don't even have that kind of an option.
Yeah.
So he's better than most of the cast, even though it's not that great.
Okay, great. I mean, look, they changed the uppercut basically from.
This is big.
Oh yeah, here we go. Into
the corner. Oh, he wanted the overhead, but
woke up with the buttons, and here we go. Launch. Yep. Gonna get some extra damage in there. Lets him fall to the ground.
Oh, I love Balrog backing off. He did not want to let Joe activate Aegis in any kind of easy way. Yeah, so good. The movement was so sick.
There it is. There's one for KBrad.
When you see Urian has that Aegis, it's the same thing playing against Balrog. Both of these characters, when they have that trigger ready to go, you know that they want to look for something like crouching medium kick or stand medium kick into Aegis. They want the medium kick chain as Balrog into trigger. So you just want to stand outside of that range. You don't want to be there. KBrad backed off. He had exactly the right call.
Yeah. Anytime you're able to kill Balrog or Urian and they didn't get a chance to activate their V trigger is a huge win.
Agreed.
Huge win.
There's the interruption by Joe. That's advantage. If it's not charged, then it's not. Oh, I should say it's safe. Lots of jumps so far, and a lot at that range. So KBrad is testing Joe's anti-airs. The character Urian, not the best at that, but he does have options. You just got to pick the right one at the right time.
Look at that. Yeah, that's so good. That button and it combos right into Aegis, and he's going for the reset. And he thought he was going under, but he did not go under. That should do it for this round.
By the way, one of the sickest juggles in the game, for sure.
Oh, yeah,
and then you can get EX
towards
after that or forward
towards
strong.
me, yeah.
Yeah, really cool. But you could see what happened because Balrog was in stand medium kick range.
Yeah,
right?
He whiffed one button.
There were 2 mix-ups after that. That's it.
Oh, what a whiff punish there from KBrad. Of course, KBrad always been one of the players with really great reactions. Could have spent all that meter. Look at the damage.
That was 40% life. It's the corner.
Oh, then the crush counter.
That might be death.
Yeah.
Or close.
Very close. He's trying to build that second bar. He's almost there.
Oh,
he's not going to spend any of it, yeah.
So he's feeling confident, and again, it pays off. He's done that twice.
Yeah, the throw right at the end for that win. All right. As I mentioned, I mean, this has pretty much been as back and forth as you can get.
Right. Nice movement by Joe. He's not being predictable with where he stands or what he does. Oh yeah, this is good stuff. So now he has armor on all of his special moves, all of his
just spent
moving
it right
special
there.
moves anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's only once.
Oh yeah, you got to be careful throwing those fireballs against Balrog. Very easy for him to get through there with that V skill.
Spending bar for some advantage, and he gets the grab. Here's the switch. Okay, anti, very important to establish that early enough.
And it's funny because Joe, I just discovered, is one of those players that just like really gets mad at himself when people get the jump on him and he does an anti-air. So
look at this, might be it.
Yeah.
You just can't make any mistakes.
Against either of his characters.
Oh, no.
Not quite enough to...
Yeah, I was just going to say instant overhead for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, that was an instant overhead.
Yeah, that's scary, though, because you saw all that resources there that Urian had. Had Joe blocked that instant overhead, that could have went turn around. That could have turned around so fast.
I think
so
you're right.
fast.
Yeah, I'm sure you could have done good stuff there.
And of course, so it's interesting because he was saying that, KBrad was saying that he feels like he might be able to do against Joe's Urian a little bit better because he said he practiced against Kelvin, but Kelvin's a little crazier.
Right.
So he kind of likes Joe's slower pace.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh
no, the miss,
yeah.
but it's advantage on block, so no big deal.
Yeah, right now.
That's not safe. Throw, as if it's third strike, with the throw punish underneath.
Yeah, but then KBrad just gets right out of the corner.
Okay, that's cool. Crush counter there and potential there, so Joe just waited. Here's, oh yeah, he got hit.
Oh, that was a reset in the middle there.
He got greedy, but he was right.
And now here comes the throw. He's got one more. Good block on that.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that. Yeah, just get out of there.
Oh, gotta watch out. One more. There it is. Oh! Still was able to block that in time.
Yeah,
oh, it just shattered. Yeah.
And now KBrad has the big advantage in life.
Yeah, that meter. As I was just about to say, that meter was going to make it very, very scary for Urien to whiff any buttons at that point. And as you mentioned, I mean, they both have it, that EX charge, right? They both charge up moves, but they are both probably the two best whiff punishing tools in the game.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, because
7 frames for Urien, very fast. 9 frames for Balrog, that's pretty fast too.
There's that counter hit, that crush counter off of that Fierce. He gets a full combo, meterless. Balrog lost all that life off of a meterless crush counter.
And corner carry.
Yep.
Nice! And he goes for the knockdown.
Oh, great
Unsafe,
block on the overhead.
Just grab it.
Yeah.
I really feel like he could be doing more, but I'm not, I don't know what Urien should get.
I'm surprised off of that crouching medium kick just previously he didn't.
Oh, nobody blocks that the first
dirty.
time. There's nobody who blocks that the first time.
Yeah, Oh! I'm not sure what happened
Was
there.
he looking for EX? I don't know.
Not
EX
sure.
overhead?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, EX headbutt?
Yeah,
He had to hit, but not hard to have confirmed the crouching jab.
Confirming just one hit, but I could have swore he would do like jab, jab or something.
Yeah. This time, Joe not pressing buttons after stand roundhouse. Tough to do that. It's such an advantaged move.
Right.
But you got to do it sometimes.
Wow, anti-air crouch Fierce, but he dropped the confirm of the combo afterwards. Nice patience from Joe, blocking that whole sequence there.
Rod can go into either the overhead or into the low. Pretty legit. Overhead's unsafe, but I mean, it's as far as the 50-50 goes, it's pretty legit.
Yep.
Oh no, he dropped it. That's punishable. Not punished though.
Yeah, and that's gonna give Balrog a huge offer. Oh wait, here we go.
The reset again.
Okay, and he still has one trigger. Look how slow that Aegis reflector V-trigger drains.
So that seems like Joe's major mix-up after Aegis. He's gone for that a couple of times now. Link it! Yes!
Ooh, but not quite enough to kill, but that throw is gonna do it, and we are at 2-2 now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very interesting because last year in Season 1, throughout most of the year, we were so used to seeing Li Joe with Nash and PR Balrog with Nikali.
That's right.
And here they are using these characters, and it feels so much more like it's at home.
Yeah, you know? This is where they want to be, right? Yeah.
Like every time I used to watch, look, Joe's Nash was also obviously very good. Same with Rog's Nikali.
Of course.
And they were all very strong, but this just feels so right.
Yeah, it really does. It really does, and I'm glad for both of them. Some nice damage. He gets meterless, gets the build Oh yeah, got the hit on that.
Okay, and he's oh wow, but no confirm. And here we go. Damage time. And he's going for the reset. Nice block on the overhead.
I love that he does that just to get out of there. Yes, it means he's not going to get triggered, but doesn't matter that much.
That was because of that V reversal. That ending sequence, he got out of the corner, and then Joe used his Aegis reflector probably a little too early, and then just got anti-aired.
EX, yes. Again, yes. One more hit's gonna stun. Oh, great block.
Man, Joe has blocked that twice already, and like, honestly, empty jump crouching light kick is an underutilized tool by everyone except the top players. Like, it is one of the best mix-ups.
Aegis.
Oh,
yes, the link.
It links into itself, and he's gonna get the juggle. Wow. And, okay, look, Eduardo likes. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, Eduardo likes hitting buttons, and so in that situation there, Eduardo was able to get out of there. Oh, here we go. There we go.
I'm not actually sure that was a tight string. Oh, he didn't get both hits.
Yeah.
Right back in there. And he did press a button. That's a 4-frame button against a potential 3-frame button.
I know.
Balrog.
Well, I think Balrog's only 3-frame might be a standing light kick. So I don't think it reaches. So I think they both hit a 4-frame button. Yeah, I think they both hit the 4-frame button. That's why they traded. Oh, just gonna go right into the super. Take it early in the round. Yeah, I always like that. If your opponent doesn't have a lot of life, doesn't have a lot of his own meter, go ahead and spend yours early on.
Yeah, well, it's all working out right now for Balrog. Oh, yeah, that worked.
Okay.
Many characters don't have that luxury, that's for sure.
Oh, and right there, Joe did lose that round, and I just saw him. He had a grimace on his face, but he lost that round because Balrog got the jump on him, and he blocked it.
Right.
Now, obviously, Urien doesn't have great anti-airs.
Look,
but
I feel like he has good anti-airs. They're not one size fits all.
Yeah.
It's like Dalsum, but if Dalsum had an anti-air that led into 40% damage in corner carry.
I see like the smile on your face right now. Yeah, just at the thought of that. Yeah.
Oh yeah!
Oh, he just landed it, and wow, he goes for the reset into the throw instead.
And again, overhead low maybe?
Oh, another throw, and he's gonna get the stun off of that.
Should be dead.
Yeah. Well, here's that sick juggle there, like you talked about.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then even after that, if he times that right, he gets a left-right mix-up off of that. And we talked about how they bypass the quick rise and the back roll, and that's a perfect example right there.
Agreed, yeah. So there's that stand short, right, from Balrog. Now, you were going to mention this, but Balrog's formerly Flash Kick now is a Dragon Punch mode. So you can walk forward and do it. That might be stun. Oh, he didn't go for the EX.
Wow, he's saving it. He's saving it.
He is a greedy man. Will it pay off? Yes.
I know there's a lot of players, including Alex Myers, who we saw last week. A lot of their philosophy these days has been always keeping at least one bar, like in a lot of situations. I've seen that. Like Alex would land the V-trigger drill and then not go into the EX uppercut. You know, it's like some players do that. I wonder if that's something that Balrog is intentionally trying to do.
Okay. Well, in any case, I love his space control using that Dragon Punch as he walks around because it does anti-air from a good half screen. Right now, though, good movement from Joe. Implied threat.
Oh, nice here we go. Big damage, and he's got a critical art, and he's going to spend it. Not going to be quite enough to kill, but it's going to be very close, and a Balrog. I mean, look. I can't even say that it's going to be a long road for the comeback because how many highlight videos with these two characters have we seen now where it's like, I'm down to no life and then punch into V-trigger and then death. So yeah, no, but these two characters have some great comeback abilities. But man, this is about as close as it could be right now.
A little too far for the link right there, but back to this footsie game. They both have pretty strong buttons, but some of those ROG ones, they get crushes, which is a little bit better. Ooh! Great whip punish. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
The dash
up. Interesting. I haven't seen that follow-up before.
Now it's Joe. Trigger's ready for PR Balrog. Nice work. No, it was too late.
Yeah, he held on to that fireball a little too long. It's going to get tossed there.
Yeah, read on the beat reversal.
Oh, boy. He's got it activated. Yep, okay. Oh, he missed the juggle. Yeah,
he's pressed it every time since that first trade.
Yeah, there's almost no reason not to, especially if Urian doesn't have an EX meter.
Only reason not to is if you're worried about EX headbutt.
And I wonder if he could... I almost feel like he tried to get out of the corner.
He did try that before, but he was punished. Yeah. So I like him playing a little bit more cautiously now. He only needs one more hit. Doesn't need anything big.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, he's going to be able to get it, though. Yeah,
like he was pressing a button at a timing that would hit Urian, but no, great timing.
Yeah.
Great timing. If he had hit Urian, that Aegis would have come out, and it would have hit Balrog, and Joe would have won, but Balrog had exactly the right guess.
I'm wondering right now, you know, we talked about that stand light kick after the EX shoulder tackle from Urian. Even if he headbutt, do you think that would even hit it in time? It might even recover and block, you know?
Good question. I really don't know.
And also, I just, again, I mean, I feel like we do this every week, but I have to give a shout out to Mr. Javits once again. You see all those new tech he's been coming up for the anti-Aegis reflector stuff? Oh, there's some crazy stuff.
Yeah. Joe tried for the fireball there just to see. I mean, he's tried it a couple of times. Tried to even charge it. Wow, what timing. But none of them's really worked out.
Oh, boy. Yeah, reset for the reset in the low, yeah.
Again, low. Wow, he's really insistent on that. Will he go for a whiff punish? No, backing off. Feels confident that he can get in at any time, which, yes, he can.
But it's interesting because he's not even worried about his V-trigger right now, you know?
That's true.
Just let it run out.
You know, I've heard him say that he's just not that concerned with V-trigger because he feels like he does enough damage as is.
Right. Oh, man, again. You mentioned that's, you know, after he got that throw-in when Joe got up. I'm wondering if this is just something that he's detecting, that Joe is just really scared to hit buttons in clutch situations like that.
That's happened a lot. There have been a lot of throws so far from Balrog in round-ending situations. That is something that Joe's going to have to look at. I get Joe trying to throw the fireballs out. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's punish. Oh, really, but just a crouch light. That's it. Oh, really?
Oh, didn't use the armor with EX, and so Joe was able to hit it in time. It's pretty slow. Joe now pressuring. Wake up grab. What was Joe worried about?
I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. 3 frames, yeah. And he's going to be able to combo that into the V-triggers, get some extra damage. Oh, good patience from Joe. And you see that he fishes. Oh, wow, he tried to back away from the throw. Didn't back far enough. Joe actually got the throw, and now Balrog's in the corner. Joe's almost at that V trigger.
Yeah, if he blocks anything, he's going to have it.
Oh, or just gets hit. He's going to have it.
Yeah, one more hit, though, potentially for Rog, depending on what it is.
Oh, that's going to do it. Yeah, just one crouching light kick. And, yeah, you can see the expression on Balrog. The eye roll.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You have to keep your eye on that. It's not just the medium kicks or the buttons like that from Joe. It's crouching short.
Right. Oh.
Kick confirmable.
More wake-up buttons from Eduardo. Oh, wow. Very fortunate to get that trade against the EX shoulder tackle.
Oh, boy.
That's going to be huge damage.
Yeah, that was so...
Second time, yeah.
You can see Balrog almost press the button. It was almost there. It was almost a crush. Punish.
Sometimes that's what happens. Like the person that you try to throw bait throws a little bit later than you think, and you've already hit the button, and you pull yourself into their throw range. Oh boy.
That's so smart.
I wonder, Balrog just got hit on wake up. It's almost like he wanted to do something to disrespect the shield. Hopefully.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's been pressing, when he has trigger, he presses stand short, medium kick a lot on his wake up. He also looks for view reversal a lot. And I feel like that trigger, that Aegis, was about dealing with both of those options.
Yeah.
And it was at a range where even if Balrog had thrown, you know, Yuri would have been away from it. So it's a cool idea.
4-4. This one is about as close as you can get.
Well, I'm glad.
Okay.
Two of the best players we have in this continent.
Ooh, I love that. That was the whiff option select. Just throwing out that stand medium punch into shoulder tackle.
Goes for the grab. He's seen view reversal enough. EX again. It is enough! Oh, God. I don't know why I doubt.
Bleeding
why
life
do I doubt?
there. Yeah, I know, right?
Yuri even has more life than most characters, but oh well.
He got a life buff.
They did buff him.
Got a life buff. Oh, wow. Just ate the jump in. And then
The grab? What?
There's
and the wry smile out of Balrog.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple of times already now that Balrog has been trying to get into a certain range to throw bait, and then Joe has managed to throw him anyway.
Oh, speaking of grabs, I love it. He has super too, so he's very dangerous.
Oh, yeah. He's always, Joe's always been telling me that after the juggle with the crouch medium punch, that towards medium punch becomes super meaty.
Super. There you go. Yep. Nice work. So I like a lot of what Joe is doing. I feel like he's dealing well with a lot of the timings from Balrog. Big part, obviously, of playing Rog well is having frame trap timings. And Joe is getting the better handle of more than I think Balrog wants. You know, so I think that that's good. At the same time, though, I love Balrog's movement. He's been able to jump in. He's been able to dash punch at good timings. I feel like that's a huge part of why he has one game life lead.
Ooh.
Yes.
I think that was a whiff option select from Balrog. Oh, and he gets the crouch fierce counter. Yeah.
Now.
So you can see why that crouch fierce counter hit is so good.
He got greedy, and
here goes the setup.
To get in there. Where's he gonna go?
Setup?
Roundhouse from the front.
Okay.
If he steps forward just a little bit, he can cross up.
Yep.
Cross under.
Yeah,
That's really what it is.
He was hoping that Balrog was expecting that, and then to switch him from the front, but then go overhead.
Yeah.
It was the mix-up off the mix-up.
Yeah.
He went 2 steps ahead.
Right. Maybe thought a little bit too far ahead at the start of the set.
Ooh.
Well, the first time he's done that mix-up anyway.
And then the crush counter from Balrog on that standing roundhouse. And that's just the thing. Both of these players, I mean, we talked about how good the buttons are for Yuri and for Balrog. And that's why so far this match has been so fun to watch, is that their timing on the button and which buttons to use.
Like that. Pressing jab after blocking EX dash punch, that is a risk, okay? Balrog has advantage, and yet we see Joe is willing to do it. You have to be willing to challenge.
Right. Just wondering what that neutral jump with jump heavy punch from Balrog was trying to do. That definitely seemed like an execution error there. Oh, he's in just like that with a V-skill punch.
The low. He's really almost exclusively gone low during V-trigger mix-ups.
Because it's the safest, and you keep your pressure going, right? So might as well and save the overhead. Oh, yeah, there's the right escape right there. Oh, we forgot. The shield is still there. Oh, boy. Here's some damage.
No, he didn't get
he missed the charge.
They're still
there. I've heard it called insurance policy. That mirror is just sitting out there.
What a heartbreaking finish, too. That was almost it for Joe. He almost had the round, but PRROG managed to get it.
And
very close.
Am I not mistaken, but this is the biggest lead that we've had?
You are correct.
2. They have been going back and forth, back and forth. Now, PRROG finally with a 2-game lead over L.I. Joe. PRROG, of course, currently living in Northern California, representing the West Coast. Long Island Joe living in, of course, Long Island.
Strange combo choice. I wonder if he just didn't see the roundhouse hit the time. Here's PRROG starting to get a better hand of timings.
Yeah, you mentioned that he had a good, like, you felt like one of the things that was helping Joe a lot was that Joe had a really good read
for a couple of games
on the mix-ups and timings that PRROG had, but it looks like PRROG's made some sort of adjustment.
Yeah, he's definitely waiting a little bit different timings. So that's going to be something Joe has to solve. Overhead. The side switch. No, he doesn't go for that from the front.
That totally looked like he was going behind. But
I think so, too. Not stunned, though.
Ooh.
Roundhouse.
Interesting.
What was PRROG looking for?
Was he trying to wake up with a button? Maybe
he has also dashed under sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Looking for cross-up short. I don't know.
But it was a perfect example there. We mentioned that neither of these characters are ever out. And it's just like Urian got one mix-up, and then between those 2 combos, just almost had PRROG down, and all it took was one more jump roundhouse.
EX, no follow-up, though. Joe's missed the charge a couple of times. Great block.
Oh, just using the armor to chase him down in the corner again.
See that range?
Yeah.
He was a third of the screen away, and he got there in time.
Oh, boy.
Very important mix-up coming up.
Oh, the timing on it was really weird. The crouching medium kick hit into the mirror too quickly.
Joe does not want to let go. Okay, has to back off a little bit. Great call there. He got the EX in time! Wow!
And, you know, man.
Urian wins.
Yeah, he just saw Balrog move forward even slightly, and he's like, oh, I'm going to charge right into 7 frames right there.
Round 1.
That wasn't
Keeping
even
it close.
That wasn't even a whiff punish. That was just an interception right there. All right. Yeah, that's one of the definitely the. I mean, it's interesting to me that obviously Joe went from Nash to Urian not because of playstyle, but because he's a character.
Yeah.
He's a fan of characters and such. But the switch makes so much sense because Nash also had that interesting defense to offense dance back and forth. And oh, he finally went for the overhead. He finally went for the overhead and it connected.
Ooh, he brought it out anyway. And it vacuums, so okay.
Yeah,
Dang, fierce!
It was still good that he blocked all of it so fast and just got rid of the mirror.
That's quite punishable, and Joe knows. Saves the Aegis. It's still there. He still has it. There it is. Low, low. And then the tech.
Wow.
What defense? And then he tried to press the button. So, okay. Here's the thing about EX dash punch. It's plus on block, but you can cancel it into the V skill. And if you do that, many characters can interrupt, or if you don't do a follow-up, they can punish. So you might want to press jab expecting that. But if they just do EX dash punch into another button, they're going to counter hit you as the defender. So it's a really strong mix-up.
Wow. Oh. One turnaround punch.
Block low. Yes, please. Thank you. Here we go.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. And he's got a mix-up here. What's it? Oh.
Where's he going? Great block. And the tech again. Look at this defense. Well, that was the big comeback tool. Now the question is, how does Joe do this without the comeback tool, without Aegis? Oh, that might be the start.
That's a great... That'll help a lot.
Yeah. Oh, EX. EX it is.
Yeah. I mean, we mentioned that, you know, we can't really say that they're long roads for either of these characters for comebacks, but when you did spend all your resources on the Aegis reflectors like that, and he had no super meter as well, so then it was going to be a lot more difficult, especially because PRROG had some meter. So any button you whip, you're just going to get an EX dash punch in your face. And now 7-5 here.
Back to 2 games. Still, that's the longest we've had.
Yeah.
Joe's starting to get the anti-airs a little bit more strongly, but I like that PRROG keeps jumping just because there's such damage output out of it, you know? And just being close is so important as Balrog.
I mean, that's the thing, right? I mean, if your anti-air is just going to be towards medium punch, but if I land my jump, I drain like 40% of your life.
And you're in the corner. Yeah, no,
Yeah, you'll do that all day. Oh, he did it again.
He just barely didn't build enough bar there, but he's in.
And that setup there, he's done several times. Oh, he caught him out of his backdash? Really? Oh, boy.
This time at grab again, KBrad just didn't think it was going to come for the third time. It did.
Oh, at the last second, he tried to V-skill, and it missed. It missed.
Yeah.
You could see it. KBrad was slamming the skill buttons.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Came out with the wrong thing. Or I don't know if it's a projectile invincible on frame 1 or not. I don't think it is.
It's not.
So it might have just hit him at the startup of it.
So Joe gets lucky. He does keep trying the zoning with fireballs. Like I said, I think that makes sense just because you don't want to be close. But at the same time, Rog has such good tools to get through projectiles.
Joe going ham with some buttons right there.
Yeah, still trying to really press buttons a lot.
That crouching medium kick now hitting low for Balrog is so nice.
Yes, agreed. Before it was only the second hit of the series. Oh, just didn't expect the overhead. That's one of the things about Urian overhead there is that it's not just the overhead, it's the frame trap of it.
Did you see that he didn't go for the crouching fierce juggle at the end of that Aegis Reflector combo? He went for the reset into the throw, and KBrad had that all scoped out.
Love that wait. Oh, I just wanted to try it too far, but KBrad had it scoped out. Can you link crouching into super? What's he trying this for?
I'm not sure.
But he's very insistent on it. Super, just gonna chip it out. That's it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's an expensive way to win around, but you might as well, I guess.
Right. I mean, you could kind of see he wasn't too happy with that, with closing it out, shaking his head. But
you might as well.
Dude, take a round. When you can get the round, get the round.
And you have such damage output. Look at that. That was meterless, and now he's in the corner. So what does it matter? What does it matter?
Oh, the chop. And yeah, you're right. Joe has really got his anti-airs working. Gets the throw. Another throw. What's going to happen here? Nice block on the overhead.
Okay, goes for super. I think the intention for KBrad was to make that dash punch safe, which you can do if it's meaty enough, but it just wasn't there.
Another throw, almost dead, but again, look at all that resource right now from KBrad.
I like Joe trying to be mobile here. He expects KBrad to make an EX dash punch decision, and it just didn't come. And so as a result, Joe went in. Weird timing on the overhead.
Right.
And I think that's a big part of why it worked.
After 2 lows. After 2 crouching light kicks. You can see the smile on Eduardo's face.
Yeah.
I've always said, man, like, for streams, for fighting game events, I always want 2 cameras. One, you know, the mainstream view, and then the other one just on KBrad.
Yeah.
Even when he's watching, nobody gets more excited and hyped than that guy.
He's a good crowd monster.
Oh, the crush counter, and changing that upper into the... Oh, yeah. See, we had talked about how slow that move is. But changing that move into a DP motion...
6. First time he's not for grab. Yeah, that was a big... Obviously. What are you doing, Joe? What are you doing? Come on, man. Yeah, that was a huge part of it.
Yeah, because before, after a crush counter roundhouse, he basically got nothing. But now he can just take half a step, crouch fierce into the upper, basically.
Yeah, it's important for combos. It's important for space control. Super good that they gave that
not
to him.
quite stunned yet.
The little delays. Didn't have Aegis.
Oh, but
now
he wants to keep the pressure going because he wants that stun.
Crouching short immediately. I love the button. That's so good. Yeah,
wow, he just knew to go for the button in that situation. Because, I mean, that was... Joe could have definitely made that a true block string.
Yeah, if he had done the 4... Oh, I mean, if he had done the close Aegis, you could just combo crouching short into close Aegis. But, yeah, thinking about it, I guess there's not much reason not to press the button, right? Either he's getting comboed or he interrupts.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, here we go. And there you see right there how much he gets off of that. Didn't spend the meter. Might have even stunned had he done it.
I think it really would have, but we've seen that decision from KBrad a lot in this set.
Saving
Seems like
that,
it's really comfortable.
like I said, saving 1 meter. It's like he never wants to put himself at 0 meters. Just maybe so that he has an EX upper, which does give him armor. I don't know.
I'm not really sure, dude. Oh, he missed it! Or he wanted the reset? I don't know, because he probably would have killed. Anyway, here comes Joe.
Speaking of resets and killing.
I know, it's potential.
Oh, he made it under finally that time.
The overhead block, the grab.
Oh, he's going to get the crouch enough. It is.
Hey, what are you going to do? It's the game. That's in the game.
Yep. KBrad shaking his head like, man, this character with a super powerful V trigger.
Yeah, I know. It's such
Shake
good
your
mix-ups.
fist, yeah. And then of course, you know, I mean, look who he's
Good space
using.
control and mobility. Oh,
Yeah. Oh wow, and that reached. Nice throw tech, but it just gets punched.
Okay, the wake up this time is good. That's, I think, what PROG got hit by.
Yeah.
Remember, he got hit by jump
that's
roundhouse.
right. That's
so
right.
he just guessed right on the mix-up a lot because there have been mostly jump shorts there, not jump roundhouse.
Right.
I don't know if that was intentional from Joe, but in any case, PROG. Oh yeah.
Ooh, we got him.
Not he just yet. Wanted something there.
Beautiful anti-air. Yeah, he was hoping that that neutral jump would have caught PROG off guard, and then he would have gotten a mix-up off that. Maybe even bait out a whiff throw from PROG, but no, PROG had it all ready to go. Wow, just got Joe missing the fireball. Held on to the fireball too long again. Yeah.
He's got another chance. It's all right. Reset there, and then the short. And why not? You have V-trigger. It's a 3-frame option.
Oh, and see, PROG went
Coast to coast.
low a couple of times that time. Finally, I mean, he went high just like the last couple of times. Finally went low again. Oh boy! Oh, look at him! Look
reset.
at PROG challenging.
I love it. He's right. He does know the Urian matchup.
Yeah, he does.
There it is. The backing off, just in case. Should be that. It is.
Tournament game. Well, I'm sorry, I should say set game
Set
now.
game.
Set game now for PR Balrog. He has gone up 9-6. This is the biggest lead that we've had all day.
Yeah. Slight head shake from Joe.
Round 1.
It's kind of hard to, I feel, identify what the problem is for Joe. You know, he's guessed right on enough frame traps. You're not gonna guess right on all of them, right? But he's guessed right, I feel like, on enough. You know, is his offense not working out well enough? Is maybe his space control is not working out enough? Maybe it's, you know, sort of not enough mid-range control.
I feel like it's very largely what you kind of mentioned earlier, that I just feel like PR Balrog has just kind of gotten a read on the timing and when to throw and all the stuff like that. And I feel like that's kind of what's been working out for him now.
Should be set point.
Set point now for Mr. PR Balrog. The last couple of weeks, East Coast has been winning. And this may be the first time for this season here that we have the West Coast representative go up. Oh, no, actually, Alex Myers won last week, correct?
And in any case, KBrad's been running the show, and he is West Coast, worth claiming.
That's true, that's true. Yeah, both him and PR Balrog currently living in Northern California right now.
From places otherwise originally. Oh, yeah.
Really?
A page out of the Japanese playbook when it came to dealing with Street Fighter 4 Balrogs. EX dash punch. A few other people could do it, but that was common over there. And I remember PROG coming back and saying, wow, they just throw it every time. Now he's doing the same. Very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, the only way that Joe could really stop that maybe is just to do an EX headbutt.
That's probably going to be it. Should be, unless he screws up this,
there
but you can't do that.
is.
It's so
and
easy.
Joe is already letting go of his joystick, getting ready. There it is.
Congratulations.
Super, yeah. And look, I'm just going to say this. When you're a Balrog player, that combo feels so good.
Oh,
just
it's
the
cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just, the screen shakes and then you get that one punch right at the end. It's just, it feels so good.
For sure. Yeah, really impressive stuff by PROG. Like I said, it did seem at times that Joe has started to figure out the timing of frame traps from PR Balrog. But whenever that happened, those few games where it kind of happened, very quickly PROG made the adaptation in terms of timing. I also really liked PROG's insistence about approaching. You know, he had good movement, he jumped at strong timings, and even though he got anti-aired now and then, you could see the damage output. And even if it was just blocked, he had the frame trap lined up, and that, I think, was good enough. So we're going to go over now to James. He's going to have a conversation with our winner.
All right, I'm here with Eduardo, of course, who just won that set 10-6. So what are your initial thoughts on that matchup that you guys just played?
Well, it seemed like Joe at the start, he didn't know the matchup. I mean, but, you know, as a pro player, you usually start to adapt in the middle of the set. And that's why you saw, like, he started adapting, I started adapting. That's the type of stuff that I like about Street Fighter games. So it was really fun at the start. After that, he started going a little bit random. And that actually favors me because he does so much damage against those characters like that. So, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate for him because he was hitting like all the overheads and everything, but I came up on top. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I mean, at the start of it, it was super close. Neither of you could even get a 2-game lead. You were just going back and forth, back and forth. So, I mean, was there an adaptation on your part that finally got you to pull ahead there right at the very end?
Yes, I noticed that Joe likes to tech a lot. So that's why on the last few games, I said if it's going to be like this 1-1-1-1-1-1, I'm going to try to blow up your tech. I think it's one of the things that Balrog actually gained in this season. You know, he can actually damage you from being reckless about doing techs.
All right. So, I mean, from your experience that you had with Kelvin playing Urian, did it feel very similar to you, or do they really do have two very different styles?
It's definitely very different. As you can see, Joe waits a little bit more. If you see Kelvin, he's just throwing buttons. But that works in this game, so I'm not going to say that that's a bad style or a good style. So I think both of them are amazing, and Joe played amazing. I didn't think it was going to be this close. So, especially because he said that, you know, he didn't know the matchup, and also, you know, you can tell that he's a really, really good player.
Yeah. All right. Well, looking ahead to your next opponent, you're going to be challenging Mr. Kenneth Bradley, who has been the king of the hill for, I don't know, like 2 months straight now. How do you feel about finally trying to be able to dethrone him?
Well, Kemi, I've always said it's tough for Balrog in this game. It got a little bit better. I have not played a Kami of his caliber yet, so I can't really base that off of online matches. But I think I still have a pretty good chance. But you know, KBrad's offense is just really strong, and hopefully I don't tech a lot.
Well, so you're going up against KBrad here. You're both the West Coast players, but you're also both from Northern California. Do you find that that's not surprising to you?
I mean, we do have really strong players in Northern California. We do practice with each other sometimes, and you know, I don't want to say that we're the best area, but we're definitely extremely strong when it comes to Street Fighter, I think.
Well, just one last thought. Like, how do you feel like this next match is going to go?
I think it will either be KBrad getting mad at me because I'm going random, or KBrad winning and saying that he's the cleanest person in the world.
All right. Well, we're going to see how that match is going to go. When we come back after this break, we will have a word with L.I. Joe as well as KBrad. So stick around, guys.
All right, joining me now is Long Island Joe, who just lost.
But I get to be on this side of the counter, and I've never been on this side of the counter. It's very exciting.
Now you've been on both sides.
Yeah, I know what it's like. Wow, this is nice, man.
It is a nice place, for sure. So you mentioned that you didn't have as much experience against Balrog as you might have wanted. Do you feel like that played a big role in this?
Slightly. I also think my own inconsistencies with Urian are there too. You know what I mean? Like I will, I'll have Aegis and I'll just be like punch, 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 punch. You know, like I won't do a setup or anything like that.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to ask about as well. Is you know, a lot of the people who are playing Urian, lots of other strengths to them, but a big part of why people play him is because they like the sort of setup aspect of him. I didn't feel like you had some of those.
Yeah, I only have like one or two.
Yeah, okay. But no, to get back to the experience factor, what do you feel like you've learned, if anything, having played that set about how to deal with the character?
Well, I would like to play another Balrog because there's only one Eduardo, so I would like to play another Balrog.
Okay.
But I learned a lot, but then as it went on, Ed started doing different stuff, and I'm like, whoa, wait, he's overheading me. You know what I mean? Like I got hit with that a couple
times. I feel like
times.
you waited until like game 5 or 6 to
and
bring
I was
that
like,
out.
what is
really
yeah. So like I started adapting a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I'm just not sure like when it's my turn sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm really unsure. But no, this is like great experience, man. This is now I know. Again, this is my first time like competing with Urian, so now I know what I need to do better. You know what I mean? So I think this is a good thing, you know, for me before the season starts. Because obviously I want to compete. So you know, like you take this and you know you run with it. You know, I know like some more stuff, especially about the match and especially about my own play, like what I need to sharpen up on.
Okay,
you know
so
what I mean?
Other than Aegis, like what else would you identify as something you need to work on?
I don't capitalize on things sometimes. Like for instance, there was a time where he withdrawn a corner and I did crouch fierce and did like EX fireball, and I was like, what the hell am I doing? You know, like a couple of things like that where I need to just like really. I mean, you know, you go in training mode, you do everything, then you're in the match, you're like, ooh.
Sure. Yeah, it's about trying to optimize your play, right? And I know that's a process.
In the experience, it's hard,
Yeah,
so that's why I need to do it in the experience, in the match, you know, in the setting, you know, that's all.
Just watching it though, one of the things I really noticed was that early on he got a lot of jump-ins. Not all of them even hit. Some of them you blocked, but that means he's close to you, which is bad news for you. You started the anti-air, but it was almost exclusively with forward strong.
Yeah.
And I feel like he was willing to take that risk of like eating a forward strong.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
What about crouching fierce?
I have to use crouching fierce more and stand roundhouse when people jump, like when they're here and they try to like cross up. Those are two, again, something that I really need to work on. And especially in season 1, you couldn't really use crouching hard punch that much, but I know they changed it slightly, so it is a little bit better. So it should work better. Again, I gotta get used to doing it. Like I was doing forward meaning punch, and again, like why not jump? If Balrog lands it, it's like I'll jump 7 times on you, but that one time I get it, it's gonna be well worth those 7 times.
For sure. Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned that you're looking forward to competing in the season. Any plans about where you're going to go? Where are we going to see you?
I already took off for EVO, so obviously I'm going to EVO.
Sure.
Yeah, I want to go to Final Round, obviously, Combo Breaker. I would like to go to Canada. I've never been to Canada, and I feel terrible.
Not even just for games? You've never been there?
I've never been to Canada. And, you know, they always come down and support us, especially in, like, the Northeast, and especially tournaments in general. So, like, I feel like I should definitely have been up there already by now. If it wasn't then, it should definitely be now. So I'd like to get up to Canada. Maybe something in Europe. I would like to go to something. I'm going to France tournament in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which should be pretty cool.
Wow.
Pretty excited.
Where's that?
Lyon.
Okay,
Lyon, France. Yeah.
Lyon. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm really looking forward to that. Thanks a lot for joining us. Good work. I'm sorry it didn't work out for you, but I really appreciate you coming out.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot for talking to us. Joe, let's go to a quick break. All right, joining me now is EG KBrad for King of the Hill. KBrad, is that Ken or is that King?
It's whichever one you want it to be, man.
I'm going to go with King.
Whatever you want.
So how many weeks has it been now that you have been dominating?
Oh, no, I stopped counting.
Yeah, you stopped counting.
It was like
yeah,
6?
It's definitely been a while. But you mentioned to us last week that if it's Balrog who you get to face off against this week, what are your feelings on that?
Actually, I said it didn't matter who it was. When we did the interview last week, I was like, "Oh, Balrog and Urian. Oh, let me enjoy my last time on the show. Let me just get ready." But yeah, you guys they got me a nice little suite and everything. I think they knew too. They knew too. They was like, "Oh yeah, he's definitely done now. We got him."
Well, okay. Why do you say that?
Well, no, not. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna try to win, but I just think that Urian and Balrog, I don't know too much about either character, and their V triggers are super strong. Like, I'm comfortable in neutral all day against any character, but when they pop V trigger, that's when the party gets started. You know?
Yeah, they're definitely strong. So what's the game plan for you going into it then?
Maybe just I'm just trying to keep it at neutral. Like try to react, block the overheads, block the lows. If I can't react, then I'm gonna lose a lot of damage. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a tough situation for Cammy. Not much life for that character, and Balrog can take off so much so fast. When it comes to dealing with the character, do you feel like you have experience? Like, have you put in sort of like the research time in dealing with his offensive options?
Oh yeah. So obviously I lost to Smug at KIT. So I lost to Smug pretty bad, and I didn't really understand what to do. So I went in training mode and I tested a couple of things, I just didn't know how negative things were. He was doing the target combos on me when we played, and I was like, oh, it's pretty negative. I didn't know. So it was a lot of stuff I just didn't understand. The only thing I didn't know was oh, rush punch is -4. I can punish it. That's the only thing I really knew about the match.
Okay. Well, playing against Balrog is one thing, and playing against PR Balrog is definitely a different thing. As a player, how do you approach him?
That's really good. So I just try to take it with all my matches. I try to keep it super slow, super patient, because a lot of players, they'll get frustrated because Cammy's buttons are really good. You know, her buttons are really good. Her low 4 is really good. She has a dive kick, so you have to worry about that. You have to worry about her jumps. So just trying to mix up all the options that I have.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it goes. I feel like it should be a really interesting, explosive match. I like watching Balrog, not just for the sort of offensive options, but the neutral game I find is really interesting too.
Yeah.
Is there anything about how that neutral game plays out that you're going to look for?
So Balrog's his crush counters, he has 2. You know, the roundhouse and the fierce punch. So just trying to stay out of range of those buttons, because you know you get crushed and then you get taken to the corner. Then the stun is high. You know, she has the lowest health and stun in the game. Well, outside of Akuma. Akuma's in the game now. So she has one of the lowest stuns and healths in the game. So I don't really want to get hit. So I'm trying to keep it so bob and weave. You know.
All right, cool. Well, I guess that's about it. I'm really looking forward to it. I feel like this is one of the ones that I've most looked forward to. You have lost only 5 games at most, I think, if I recall correctly.
It was one. It was Pavocado. Pavocado. He won the first 4 games.
That's right.
Pavocado. He season 1 he had started off 0. I had no games. He had 4, and then I had to make a comeback.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was pretty crazy.
That was crazy. But I mean, he's a top 8 Evo finisher. He's one of the best players in North America. So I'm really looking forward to this. I feel like it's going to be close, but good luck.
All right, but thanks, man.
All right, so we're going to go to a quick break. We'll have the match coming up in just a bit.
All right, welcome back to ESL's King of the Hill. This is part 2, coming to you live from their Burbank studios here in Southern California. I'm James Chen.
Hey, I'm Ultra David. Look, I think it's going to be a really interesting set. It's going to be an explosive set. There's really no way that it can't be an explosive set. I feel like even if Cammy is, like, say she's dominating the neutral game, she can melt so quickly. I mean, 2 combos literally can kill her from Balrog. So that's going to be really dangerous. But they both have speed of mobility. They both have great buttons. They both have good offense. She has better defense, I guess. But I mean, he has more life.
Right.
So
I mean, I just want to see how these 2 players clash right now, because PR Balrog's very buttonsy, very aggressive. Even just like L.I. Joe, I was just talking to him, and he was like, you know, PR Rog just started doing things that he was like, what is going on, you know? But KBrad, very slow, very methodical. He's always been talking about how Street Fighter V, he is going to make it so that he can play his game in Street Fighter V, which is that very footsie, heavy, very neutral, not a lot of buttons kind of game. And so, like I said, on one hand, you have KBrad, who's not a lot of buttons, and then you have PR Balrog, who's just like all buttons. So I really want to see how this clashes.
And while they both have excellent reactions, PR Rog likes to play more actively. And as you said, slow style for KBrad, but it's not just slow. He can be reactive, right?
Right.
So yeah, I feel like that's going to be a really interesting tug of war there on whether sort of the active style is it, or whether like the pull, like the push or the pull. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's going to be a really fun one to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just going to be, like you said, very kind of neutral heavy. But if on the rounds that Balrog is going to win, PR Rog is just going to get in, and then that's it.
10 seconds later,
health is gone, right? But on the rounds that KBrad win, it's going to be very neutral heavy. But then he'll probably get in, and then start the Cammy mix-ups from there. And we've seen that again. I mean, how many weeks have we seen in a row now?
Yeah.
Where KBrad has just had that kind of scary pressure, like once he gets in there, once he gets in.
He's one of the best at following through. And we'd also appreciate it if you would follow us at ESL SF. That's where you can follow the news of this show and other things that are going on at ESL.
Yeah, find out the schedules and everything.
Not the only week we're doing this. There's more to season 2, and you should definitely check it out.
Oh, yeah.
So give them a follow. The other reason to do so is to have a chance at winning a stick from Controller Chaos. You have to follow both ESL SF and also Controller Chaos to do that. And believe me, you want one of those babies. They are very pretty.
Very nice joysticks, of course. And also, we're provided very nice monitors as well. That is, of course, being provided to us by Addis. And they're giving us these beautiful Zowie BenQ monitors, which basically I feel like we're seeing at like most of the events these days.
Yeah, they're really becoming one of the standards. Yeah, absolutely. Tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific time, you are definitely going to want to check in on twitch.tv/UltraChenTV, where we're going to be talking about the EVO official lineup. It will have been announced about an hour or 2 before we go live, so we're going to be talking all about it, which games get chosen, which games maybe don't get chosen.
Which communities are happy, which communities are heartbroken.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, could be. So we'll definitely talk about that. We'll talk about some Injustice news. We'll talk about Genesis. We'll talk about a lot of good stuff. It's a good show tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Do not want to miss that.
All right.
And speaking of stuff that you do not want to miss, you do not want to miss this coming matchup here. It is definitely going to be a slobber knocker, as they say. It is PR Balrog versus EG KBrad. And in case you guys aren't familiar with the format, it is, of course, we are doing East Coast versus West Coast. We just saw that earlier with PR Balrog going up against L.I. Joe. Of course, this King of the Hill match now is going to be West Coast versus West Coast.
That's right. West Coast is going to walk away from this thing as the victor. In order to do so, they're going to have to win 10 games. All the characters are allowed. Not all the stages are. Loser has the option to change characters. Probably not going to happen, though. Well, you know, it's an option.
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. But yeah, you see that little crown symbol next to KBrad. I mean, I think it's a permanent, like, I don't even think Photoshop can erase it at this point in time. I think it's just kind of like, it's permanently etched there. But, you know, PR Rog, you see where he's looking? You see where he's that little blank space in front of him? He wants that king symbol right there.
Yeah, look at those eyes.
He's staring exactly where he wants that symbol to be. So he is definitely going to he's going to be trying to take this spot from Mr. KBrad.
That's right. Well, I'm really looking forward to the match. We're going to have a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get it started.
Welcome back, everybody. We are just about underway for this epic match of the century. No, I'm kidding. But it's going to be a pretty crazy match, and it is going to be KBrad, who has been king forever, going up against PR Balrog, this week's challenger.
Please stick with that costume. It's so sick. On the other hand, we got Poison Ivy in this game, not just in Injustice. Turns out she's in Street Fighter as well.
All right. Well, let's see if Eduardo goes with the classic hooded Balrog.
It's such a cool hood. Look at that.
Yeah, it is nice.
I don't feel like there's, sort of the best graphical assets in this game, but that one I think is pretty sick. I really like that. But that doesn't matter that much. Let's talk about the actual match. Let's talk about the game. KBrad, as he doesn't wear the headphones really,
No, he never does. He never does.
And yet he has some of the best reactions. That's not that easy. Some people like to listen to it in order to have the reactions, but not so for him.
Which means technically we could taunt KBrad from here. If we
Oh yeah, he can totally hear it. Great way to punish.
Yeah, that's going to be a key thing right there. Just trying not to let KBrad get too much play out of the dive kick game. Oh, a miss hit confirm.
Yeah, quite rare to see that.
Yeah.
And I'm also a little bit surprised at how this starts out because it's KBrad trying to get in, and I guess I thought that he would play a distance game, but wow, again, that reaction.
back medium punch is something that he has really started using.
He's already in there. Look at this. I thought that Cammy's life was gonna melt, but maybe not so much.
Well, once he gets in, oh man, that pressure from Cammy, ridiculous stuff there.
So like I said, I thought that the way we might see this is PR Rock trying to get in, KBrad trying to play defensively, but that's not at all how it is right now. It's KBrad, very insistent about moving forward.
Yeah, very aggressive to start off. Oh,
Really?
Caught with the overhead, but a little too far for that stand jab to connect. Oh, this throw bait. Gets him with a throw bait.
And the confirm. Look at this KBrad so far.
Dude, KBrad is like, he just came from sitting there chilling, waiting for that first match to end, and it looks like he is...
Hold on, James. There it is. He
counter,
understands.
yeah.
He did tell me he was going into the... Oh, that's so smart. And Cammy's via reversal gets her away.
Yeah.
And
so
it doesn't even matter that it doesn't hit in that situation.
So now PR Rog has to throw in the third option to the V trigger mix-up, which is going for the punch follow-up of the V skill.
Yeah.
That should trade with the low jab, and then Balrog would be able to get a combo afterwards. So if KBrad is indeed going to be trying to interrupt with that crouch light punch. Ow! That leaped.
Wow. KBrad with the buttons, waking up, understanding the options from Balrog.
Look at all that blocking. Great defense, but now KBrad's gonna have to add some throws in there, but if he just lands the hits, doesn't need to worry about that. Oh, just got caught.
And the knockdown. He chooses to get the knockdown rather than keeping her standing. That's an option.
Oh, wow. How did that hit out of the air a jumping Cammy?
Okay, that's that hitbox. Again, the knockdown, controlling now. This is the first time we've seen Balrog get to move forward and backs off almost immediately.
No, and accidentally gets himself in the corner. Oh, yeah, just going to use that to try to push himself out of there a little bit and then interrupt once again. Balrog. Oh, boy.
Man, there's potentially one hit. No, he wanted to save it. He pressed a button afterward. That's very gutsy.
That's -2,
yes.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And he just had the read that KBrad was going to try to walk up and increase his pressure. That's the whole concept, is, you know, stealing turns and taking turns.
Yeah, that's a gutsy move, but he manages to get it.
Gotta disrespect the opponents. Oh my god! Walk up double-fisted.
You know, a couple times we've seen Cammy try to move forward, and Balrog's reaction is turnaround punch. I think that's a really interesting tool. It's not one that I've seen used in that mid-range like Balrog is using it right now.
Nice thing about that is that it has a little bit of that invincibility. It gets away from throws,
yes.
so it can be a very useful tool. Ooh, he went for the overhead, but just countered.
Both times he's tried for the overhead as a meaty, KBrad has had the wake-up jab.
And Balrog could have taken that if he had just gone for the punch follow-up, I feel like.
KBrad is a mix-up away here.
Dash,
Needs
dash.
something. Yes, that.
I like
No buttons this
Balrog using that V-reversal, not even...
Again, 3 times now? We've seen
2 or 3 times.
misconfirms.
Yeah.
That's very rare on KBrad's side.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, right? So a lot of the times when players confirm it, it's not confirming whether it hits or is blocked.
Yeah.
It's like if they're standing
That's the
or if you see them hit a button. And I think what's happening is that Eduardo is blocking at the very last second, so it feels like it's going to hit him while standing, so you just kind of go for it. That is a way to blow that kind of confirm up, is to block at the last second. Oh, dashing up and getting the counter hit on that stand medium punch.
No confirm there. No, didn't quite get the trade. Yeah, I like the idea. But again, it was KBrad waking up with crouching jab.
Wow, and Balrog that time not even going for the V reversal. He just went with the counter poke and the V trigger.
See the payoff there?
Yeah, I know. All that life and all that corner carry.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Not enough.
Yeah, not quite enough. Oh! You know, KBrad saw him do that a bunch of times. The empty jump into low against L.I. Joe. And so he thought that probably that he was definitely going to do that again. And went for the EX uppercut.
If that had been the option, then KBrad would have won. But Balrog just had the safe jump, and he was very smart there. Some blocking. Balrog doesn't really have good defensive options as his character. It's more about the movement.
There we go, into the corner now, thanks to the spiral arrow combo. And I was trying to say last round that I like Balrog's V reversal usage. He's not even using it to hit Cammy. He's using it to throw pauses and unexpected turns in the middle of KBrad's offense.
Oh, that fierce. KBrad now.
Oh, into critical art. No.
Oh, that might have been intended to be critical art.
Maybe. Oh, wow.
I mean, it was EXDP, right?
Yeah. Well, because you only need the one button for the critical art.
Yeah, but a lot of people often do the piano method.
It's true.
I know that's what I do. But in any case, there you go.
Right, into the corner now, and also 1/3 of your life gone. And did you see Balrog just chilling there, just trying to measure him? But then immediately, that's stun time. There it is, and Balrog.
That can all change so quickly.
Yeah, I know. You know, KBrad joking that, this would be the end of his run. But, honestly, outside of that situation against Pavo, I think this is the first time he's been down.
Round 1.
Maybe.
I was only down 1 game, but I mean, in like 8 weeks or whatever, that's an impressive stat. Oh, the one punch!
Trying to get the air to air. I like the idea. Not quite. KBrad, meanwhile, trying to move forward. You can see him trying to dance around when PRRog presses a button. He was pretty successful there. Got the corner.
Oh, man, look at this aggression. But that one mistake, look at that life bleed. Going for frame traps. Yeah. Safe.
Yep.
Safe. Oh!
Wow, really? Did tech. Very smart. And now it's really next hit can win, depending on what they get. PRRog, as a result, playing very patiently.
Look at Cammy's. Oh, ooh, no confirm on that one. That would have left a critical art.
PRRog did not want to take the risk. Blocking, patience. That's punishable. There you go.
Yeah. That was almost kind of like a misconfirm on PRRog's side.
Yeah, he shook his head when that happened.
So it was one of those things that your hands tell you to do something, and then your brain was like, why did you do that?
Yeah, that might have been the case there for his jumping combo as well.
Yeah. Missed that. Wow, what a reaction.
It's not over, James. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's such good screen control to have that option. Especially against a character like Cammy that likes being airborne at that range.
If you just have the good reaction for it. And again, punishing that dive kick. Ooh, threw a little bit too early, and then just the crouching light kick right there. And you know what? Punishing that dive kick, a lot of people don't really do this well enough, but if Cammys are trying to aim for your shins, oftentimes they can miss, right? And that's kind of an option select counter to that. Just wait till so you're about to block it, then hit buttons. Because if it misses, you'll punish it on landing, and if she hits you on the shins, you block. That's what she gets. It's very similar to that Rolento roll in Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Oh, he went for grab last time, but KBrad didn't take the bait.
Oh, there it is, and now
Super, yeah. Is that it? It is!
Oh my god! Look at the red on the screen. Look at this like a half-life to Scott.
Balrog.
I wasn't joking when I said that two combos can do it.
Yeah, I know. No,
two combos can kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is where Cammy's that is basically her weakness. That's her one weakness in the game.
Right.
If she has any if you have one of those pros and con paragraphs,
sure.
The con is Cammy has no life, no stun. That's it. That's it. But I mean, she's basically the glass cannon that's not Akuma in this game.
Yeah. Just so many good options otherwise. And if you are in control, as KBrad was in that round, then she is very dominant.
Oh boy.
Found the opportunity. Now is there going to be a reset? Is.
Yep.
The low. And blocking. And blocking.
Yeah, KBrad, I think he kind of realized that Eduardo doesn't want to use a lot of his meter right now because it's, look at the life lead, right?
That makes sense.
Oh, he spent one.
Okay.
Wow. Very surprised.
Boss is blocking out KBrad. And it was all the right choice. And he got crouching medium? What?
To beat the standing fears, too.
The roundhouse.
Oh, was that standing roundhouse that he beat? Okay. Yeah, that's just KBrad right there. That's just great reaction from KBrad.
Sick timing.
Ooh, got him. To the other side, and PRRog wasn't ready for it. And I even saw a little eye roll from PRRog, like, of course.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm so mad right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's punishable. Yeah, beautiful. I love just the raw drill punish. It's so smart. It's at the range.
It's pretty quick, huh?
Yeah. At the range where it looks like crouching medium kick might miss, that will punish almost all sweeps.
Sick.
Oh boy.
Did the trick again. Now PRRog, I mean, he's so close to getting super. And if he does, and if he finds a hit here, what? Come on. What? Come on. What are you doing?
Even PRRog, yeah, look, he gives him the thumbs up. He looks over.
What are you doing?
Dude, he looked at KBrad and would laughed, really? And look at that. Look at KBrad. He's just yeah, there it is. Okay, there you go.
Don't give him props.
Yeah.
He needs to settle down. Oh, that was super sick.
I mean, that's the beautiful thing about a lot of these players, too, especially guys like Joe and Eduardo. You know, when you land something sick on them, they enjoy it almost as much.
Yeah,
you know?
They're just in it for the fun.
Yeah. Oh, stun time.
What a reaction game, by the way. Look at that. I mean, he lost that last game. And now in this round, he's just completely dominating.
Yeah, almost a perfect. I mean, this is a virtual perfect if he can just win this in a couple of hits at this point. And you know what? I'm going to say this also about Eduardo. I feel like out of all the Balrogs that I watch, he has a mastery of the turnaround punch that no other Balrog has.
He uses it in a way that I have not seen other boxer players use.
Oh, God.
And the roundhouse.
Every time you lose, like, that's over a fourth of her life. Every time she gets crashed down like that. Yeah.
That was stun. That's death. Extremely dominant. Perfect one round. The next one was maybe he took 5% damage.
Yeah. That game probably lasted less than 30 seconds, maybe. That was like almost Knuckle Do Shao high speed right there.
That's a possibility in this matchup. Balrog with crazy damage output. Cammy, not very much life. Can't really afford it. And that can happen, but that's not the kind of thing that he's going to get you down as KBrad. Because you know that can happen.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you shake it off.
Yeah, Rog. Oh, Jesus.
No, but that's something that I do as well. I think it's a really good idea. You hold back and you press a button. If the dash punch connects with you, then you block.
Right.
And if not, you get the whip punish.
Right.
So it's a nice little situation.
Wake up buttons from KBrad, very risky, especially against players who have their meaty timings down.
Ooh, yes, that range was there.
Too close for that one, and there we go. That bait after the stand light kick. Now, oh boy, here we go.
Changed.
Oh, he just went for a raw overhead to get the reset. Reset the damage scaling, and look at this, he's almost stunned already.
Got him. Yeah. He's not taking any of those review reversal opportunities either. Trigger it is instead.
And look at that, Balrog not overly aggressive again. Oh, got hit out of the air.
Yeah,
very
that's gonna happen.
Fortunate.
Yeah, I feel like you can't be too upset about that because it's kind of a weird interaction, you know? It's like, not gonna happen very often.
Canceling into the tournament.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Like I said, I don't see anybody do that. But like honestly, if Cammy's gonna, so KBrad likes to do stand light kick, crouch light kick. That's his little pressure string right there. That's not actually a good block string. In fact, a lot of characters can blow it up in between that. She has to do crouch jab to counter poke you. So a lot of times, until she proves that she's gonna do that after you block standing light kick, sometimes you can just try to disrespect her.
Okay.
Sometimes. It's risky, obviously, but it's an option. Oh, man,
so
what
good.
a beautiful
Even
ball.
after Balrog a couple of times, I tried to counter poke. Looking exactly for that. Crush opportunity.
Yeah.
KBrad just blocking out. And he gets the punish.
Okay, yep.
Trying to confirm.
Oh, speaking of confirm, yeah, that one. You know, you mentioned it in the last set. Like, when you know they have the V-trigger, they're going to try to hit you with that one thing.
I'm telling you, yeah.
That one thing, and Balrog's is going to be that crouching medium kick. So you got to be ready for it. Oh, but no cancel off of that.
I mean, KBrad's still in there, though.
Whoa.
And he got twice this round. Anti-air DP at range. I love it.
Yeah, oh, still not quite stunned yet.
Punish?
Oh, no, he missed it. It's a huge opportunity now for PR
I feel
Rock.
like he went for the bigger damage. He could have just gotten a short or a jab or something.
He went for a throw after that. Go up, okay, that's it.
Should be. It is. KBrad coming back a little bit, but yeah, being down 4-2, that's definitely unprecedented for him.
Yeah, I know.
At King of the Hill.
I mean, he mentioned he was down 0-4 against Papa
Oh, no, you're
right?
right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that
Other than Papa.
that was like the first week or second week or something like that.
And he did make the comeback after
Right,
all.
exactly. So obviously, KBrad, you know, he's going to be able to make this kind of comeback. But PR Rog, again, one of the strongest players. You know, we talked about how L.I. Joe and PR Rog have both made top 8s at EVO.
Yep.
PR Balrog during the time of Ultra Street Fighter 4, oh, I'm sorry, just of Street Fighter 4, got the top 8 3 times, I believe. Like, to be that consistent on a field of just so many powerful players.
Absolutely tough, but he did it.
Oh, counter hit, but he didn't get the full combo. Oh, beautiful, yeah.
KBrad is so good about not letting that go.
Yeah. Oh, he went for the overhead, and he's gonna suffer for it. Take some damage. Oh,
I don't know. Yeah, if he had just done jump strong or something, that might have been a different story, but he didn't think it was the right call for that.
Oh, that's punishable. Oh, he just went for it twice?
Huh. Yeah, very unusual, but
so
that's probably why it worked.
I feel like when you hit him the first time with it, that he was too far away to do the combo.
Yeah.
So KBrad was probably he's probably gonna walk up, so I'm gonna try to intercept him.
That makes sense.
And then PRog just said, nope, I'm gonna hit roundhouse again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Confirmed.
Yeah, it's been very different, don't you think? He's so consistent with that against other people, and then here against Rog today, it's just not there.
Like I said, wow, it's the raw sweep like that. I just feel like Rog's blocking pattern is very odd. You know, he's not standing a lot or crouching a lot.
You're right.
He shifts between it back and forth, so it's hard to confirm. Oh, there it is again, that airborne hit. Did not spend the meter for the EX uppercut juggle afterwards. Very interesting.
I think he just wanted to stay close.
Oh, well.
It's not going to matter.
PRog
goes back up to 2 games up.
Yeah, he's been maintaining this 2-game lead just pretty consistently here. Once he got to 3-1, it's been kind of back and forth at that point.
Yeah, a couple rounds in a row.
Round 1. Fight.
So we've seen a couple different takes out of KBrad. Wow, dash up roundhouse. I was just going to say, KBrad's been dealing with things differently, either offensively at the very start, and that kind of hasn't seemed to work out, so there's been more neutral gameplay.
Right.
But that hasn't really seemed to work out that well either.
Yeah, I've always said that the mark of a top player, like a lot of times when you play, you assess your opponent, and you're like, this is a very defensive player, or this is a very offensive player. The best players are the ones that switch between those two, and makes it very hard to read. But KBrad there with a great round. Just had everything going for him that round.
Starts off offensively, but PRog was ready.
Oh, wow. And again, that beautiful whiff punish. Yeah, PRog, just his button timing is really hard to read.
It is.
He's so good at throwing buttons in the middle. He gets away with like Balrog stand, light kick, medium kick, target the target combo more than I feel like anybody else does. But I just feel like it's because his button timings are so weird.
They are. You're right.
Like that. Like he just
yeah, right. Kind of funky timing for that. Yeah. Agreed. It's a big part of being a strong player is understanding that rhythm and how to get around it. And you really have to respect that after blocking it. It's so advantaged.
Oh, and he got through there. Yeah, beautiful stuff from KBrad. Had the combo all ready to go into the critical arc. And KBrad trying to keep it close. He is not letting PRog get a 3-game lead.
If you can't get in on the ground through stand roundhouses, hey, you got another avenue of approach. You got the air.
And it paid off for him that time. So now... Oh, I just heard an audible.
I think that was PRog.
Yeah, just kind of like him realizing something.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Again? No, KBrad backed off. Yeah, you're right. He does mix up his block timings really well.
Yeah, I have not seen KBrad falsely confirm the drill.
It is. Is that going to be the round? He wants special. He got the EX in time. He didn't spend it. I thought he was going to use it. But again, he's done that consistently the whole day.
Right.
And many times it has worked out.
Right. And right there at the end, just like you said, you know that they want to go for Cammy players. It's crouch fierce into V-trigger.
Right.
And Balrog walked right out of that range, saw the crouch fierce with punish dash punch.
Yep.
Just had it all ready to go. Everyone has that pet button to cancel into V-trigger.
It's true. Really got to pay attention to that. Interrupted for the first time with stand medium kick, but it's a big bet considering how advantaged roundhouse is.
See what I mean by, like, you know, KBrad, he gets so much flow when he gets into you and he gets that stand light kick and going into craziness. And PRog has just been V-reversing that. He knows that he's not hitting him with the standing light kick, but it's just enough to throw KBrad off of his rhythm. When KBrad gets into that offensive rhythm, like we saw like in the very first round, remember when he blew up PRog?
Sure. Oh, wow, it was dash into grab this time. There had been 2 roundhouses 2 or 3 times in a row, and that time it was the mix-up. KBrad blocked. There's the punish. Okay. He missed it last time. This time he gets it.
PRog not biting on any of that, just blocking.
Ton of great life.
I love that dash punch. He wanted to use it to get under, but in the critical art, he's going to spend it.
What did he do that he got hit? Was he trying to, I mean, he must have been trying to anti-air.
Yeah.
seemed like a very late time to do it, so KBrad takes the round. Expensive, but again, as we've said many times, you got to do what you got to do.
Take the round, take the round. Oh, beautiful. Counter hit, crouching medium punch. Accidentally with a back throw, I feel like. Not what he wanted.
Probably, yeah. Punish? No,
Oh,
he wanted it.
Yeah, he missed it.
Yes, again. That's so good. He blocked one thing.
Oh, and then the overhead spends another meter, and he can't build the V reversal, unfortunately. Oh, so he tried to do it. He tried to do it, yeah.
And KBrad had it scoped out.
Yeah, everyone was looking at that resource and going, he doesn't have enough to kill me. He wants that resource. Oh. Counter hit. Wow, the crouching medium kick missed.
Right.
That almost never happens if the crouching medium punch can hit. Oh my God, this is the difference between 6-4 and 5-5, and it is gonna be 5-5.
You know what's crazy about that too? All that gray damage that PRROG took in that situation. He blocked the jump in, the strong, and then when he finally got hit, because of all that gray damage, he died. If not for that, he would have lived.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing for that Cammy has. If she can make you block more than a couple of times, she becomes even more dangerous. But we've seen backdash a lot there.
Yeah.
But it looks cool. Anyway, tie set.
I had to throw out that Eduardo giggle right there. Oh, again, that back medium punch counter hit into uppercut. Yeah, I tested that. Nothing else combos after that most of the time. It's too far away. Oh,
yeah.
He tried the back strong. It looked like he just ate a jumping fierce.
You know, I think that might be the first time that meaty overhead has worked in that kind of situation.
Yeah.
KBrad has jabbed out of it so many times. He's gotten out of it. Or blocked it, and that time, the hit.
Mark of a strong player right there is to be able to not be trained. Oh my God, he got 2 crush counters. That was just because he mistimed his button. KBrad was still hitting buttons. Oh no!
Huge mistake.
How did that miss?
Huge, look at that.
Oh my God.
It's hard to watch, James.
Dude, we saw like 59 crush counters that round. I believe that was an accurate count.
I believe so.
It was either 59 or 58. I may have over-counted one of them, but
hard to know.
There was a lot. There was a lot. Oh, man.
Round 1.
All right, so Balrog, Eduardo getting himself that lead again.
Yeah, but the way that it happened, you know, as KBrad, you're not going to make that Dragon Punch mistake very often.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't think you can be too upset. Confirmed there on the counter. Trying again, and then just, you know, oh, God.
Beautiful.
You just can't jump back there.
Yeah, Cammy's roundhouse uppercut has just the most ridiculous range.
Very strong.
Oh, wow.
The delay, I love it. And that's exactly what you talked about. The interruption. It's so hard to find that timing.
And then the
He got
reset.
it.
One more. Oh, he went for the throw stun. Remember, that worked so many times against Joe. That throw, clutch throw when he needed it. And see, I like that he had the close to stun.
Yeah.
That's the second time we've seen that now, that he was like, I'm close to have them stunned.
Oh, boy. That's it. Very nice. He got back in. I did like PRROG backing off.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, he's like, I almost am stunned, but you know what? He knows I want to go in and get him stunned, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, and he was at a range where he could react to dive kicks with EX, I'm not sure what it's called, Smash or something?
Oh,
upper? Yeah. Dragon Punch, I guess. Oh, no, and that's huge. He's gotten the Crouching Pierce combo on that as the punish every time, and that's been gigantic. Because of that Crouching Pierce as a punish, I mean, look, the mistake by KBrad, obviously, but the strong capitalization by PR Balrog is why that round then ended.
Wow, can PRROG get himself back up to a 2-game lead? Or will KBrad slowly catch up and then take the lead himself?
Looks like such a different match than if you were to look at the first game where KBrad rushed in all of a sudden. It's very different. Almost unfortunate. It's so rare that we see these. I think you're right that the blocking of PRROG is a big part of this.
It's so... Like, did you see him use that turnaround punch to fight the dive kick earlier?
Right.
That was actually really sick.
Yeah,
Again,
he's done it a bunch.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just like almost, not as a true anti-air, but just as a, like I said, something to throw off your opponent's rhythm.
Yes.
That's all it is. That V reversal, that turnaround punch.
I'm also kind of surprised that he's consistently getting this short after that on the block. It's -2, right? Am I wrong about that? Was that changed? I feel like it's, I don't know.
Yeah, he's done it
I thought it's -2, and I think if I recall correctly, there were only 2 active frames. But in any case, PROG consistently doing it.
I think it depends on the level.
Yeah?
It might depend on the level. That might be the thing, is that maybe Eduardo is listening carefully to 1 or 2.
Okay.
No, you know, you're wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. They're all -2.
Okay, that's what I thought, yeah.
They're all -2. You're right. Wow, yeah, he's done that consistently.
Very consistently pressed short. And he doesn't have like a Dragon Punch to get through, so I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, right? Maybe he got it to hit once, and KBrad doesn't actually know the numbers.
KBrad, so maybe we're wrong, because he did press short right there, and KBrad pressed the button, and it was counter hit. Okay. So I don't know, but yeah, we looked it up on frame data right now, and it was it says -2. That might be season 1 info.
Right. I mean, I know that this has been updated recently, but I don't know. And in that case, I apologize to KBrad if he's listening to us right now.
Yeah, right. Probably not. He looks very deep in thought. Again, and nothing from KBrad this time. No challenge even after the activation. There it is, but not the rest.
Yeah, he missed the hit confirm. That's such a standard hit confirm, too.
Yeah. Back to neutral. KBrad walking away. He's willing to back up. He's seen PROG approach with that. There it is. It's the low, though. And it's enough.
Oh, man. It's just the damage. So I'm just checking here now my frame data app.
Yeah, okay.
Not updated, so let's update it and see if the numbers change all of a sudden.
There it is. Finally, the confirm from KBrad. I feel like he's starting to miss those more often than even he did at the start of the set. Anti-air was there in the cross-up, and the stun. He uses EX to make sure. Back into the corner. No, a drop.
Yeah, they did change it in season 2.
Okay.
It's -2 only at level 1. Then every level it changes by 1 frame.
Got it. Okay.
So it's -1, then 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there you go. So I definitely apologize to KBrad.
Yeah, I'm working on season 1 info over here.
Yeah.
That's old news. There it is.
Great confirm, yes. Into the uppercut.
Final round.
So Cammy now on full bar. I like how KBrad played part of the last couple rounds. I feel like his offense worked a little bit better, not in the sense of confirms, but just in the sense of being able to move forward, find anti-airs, be reactive as moving. There it is, exactly like that.
Yeah, you hear 3?
Right.
So level 3 is 0. So there you go.
Okay, and he has 3 frames short after that, so there's the challenge. Just trying to slowly approach. We've seen him do that walk up grab a couple of times now, and it's through buttons from Eduardo. It's not like Eduardo's not challenging.
Oh, I wonder if EX uppercut might have stunned.
Maybe, but in any case, he went for the damage.
One hit.
He can do it, right? Yeah, on the other side.
Okay, beautiful stuff. Because remember, PROG was hitting standing light kick in the middle of block strings, and that time KBrad went all frame traps.
Got it.
He went all frame traps. Oh.
Well, it's a good adaptation.
Yeah, not sure what.
What's that stand strong?
Oh yeah. Just block stand strong, block stand strong.
Yeah.
That's the thing is once you block stand strong, like and then low strong, all of that is just still frame traps, low strong and the low strong, and then you're at a range where low forward is like hits you easily if you touch buttons, and so.
I love the idea of the approach, but not quite enough. So, good punish. Got it this time. One of the big things is if KBrad can continue to be consistent on that stuff, because he has sometimes missed punishes, he has sometimes missed confirms. If he had those more frequently, I really feel like we'd be in a different game situation right now.
Yeah, I mean, if KBrad actually had the headphones on and he was able to hear 1, 2, or 3 from PR Balrog's
that actually might be relevant in this matchup.
Yeah. I think that's a huge deal because.
Oh no, he tried to anti-air.
That's it. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Super.
Wow, what a penalty to pay for the back strong anti-air.
But yeah, if he had the headphones on, if he hears 0, if he hears 1, 2, or 3, he can challenge with his crouch jab. Because then at the worst, it's going to be a trade. But if he hears 4, then he has to be concerned.
Got it.
But I don't know if he can hear that right now, because as we mentioned before we started, he does not wear the headphones.
You can see him up here on the top left of your screen.
Yeah, that's right. And it doesn't help that I can't even understand what the heck that number was. I just heard, blah!
Yeah, I don't know. Does he say the numbers? I don't even know.
I think he does. I think he still does, yeah. This patience
Pressure
with
opportunity,
PRR.
but a lot of blocking. We've seen great damage be a problem, but you got to block when she's coming in like
in
that.
that sequence, though, the key thing, do you see how PR Balrog was blocking? High, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. And that's what makes the confirm that much harder.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He was doing that too. That's definitely
Yeah.
something I got to pick up myself. I love that as an option.
Yeah,
KBrad taking the round.
It blows up guys like KBrad who confirm with that crouching medium kick like
You're right.
that.
You're right.
Good stuff, and KBrad does spend all of his meter to make sure he gets that win.
Anti-air, can't juggle.
Yeah. But like, look at that, CA and CA, that represents California because it's raining.
Hey.
See?
Oh, yeah.
There you go, there you go.
From the rainy state right now.
Oh, again, just walking up for the throw. That is that foot speed that Cammy has. And that's the first time I've seen KBrad really go in with that knee bullet.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. That's a free B reversal. Got the confirm, pressuring still.
Oh, can he tie this up? He's so
my
Oh my. Okay. How is he going to spend the meter?
Away.
How is he going to spend the meter? He's saving it here. Oh, gets out of the corner. So smart.
Yeah, and KBrad, oh, well, he tried to come back in. Again, getting away. Balrog trying to wait it out, but if he gets that life back, he's not going to have any... well, there's V-trigger spent anyway. That said, he's always said in Season 2 that he feels like his character has damage output enough that he doesn't need V-trigger. If he finds another hit here, he actually might be able to kill or be very close to it.
And I did ask him, I meant to ask him on the interview, but I forgot, you know, about him saving 1 meter all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And he did talk about that is something he consciously does because 1 meter and V-trigger is much more powerful.
There it is.
So there it is.
So good patience by KBrad, good recognition of opportunities by KBrad. Played that really well, and he ties it up 7-7.
This set is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, you mentioned going into it. These are 2 of the best players in North America, and they have been, and they've won tournaments internationally. You know, I mean, they've been among the best players in the world for many years. Had to expect it to be a strong set, and it really has been.
It's just, the 1-button offense now from Balrog. Roundhouse, roundhouse, roundhouse.
See that meterless red up there?
Yeah.
So now KBrad's fishing for the big stuff because he knows he really needs to come back. See that great damage up there?
Oh my
God. On Balrog's side, is that going to be? Yes, that crouching jab was like 150 damage.
I know.
Oh, man.
It's the most powerful crouching jab in the history. Oh, just caught him low. Just caught him low.
Yeah, in that situation, we've seen a lot of KBrad waking up with buttons, and he interrupts before the overhead comes out, but that was the short. That was the low. So I like that adaptation by Balrog. He's recognized what KBrad has been doing. He punished that with drill earlier. Okay, does get the punish on that at least.
Okay, gets the throw in there.
5, you could hear that.
Time, yeah.
So that's +2?
Yeah, that's +2 now.
Wow, okay.
Oh, wow, roundhouse crush counter from KBrad. See, gets roundhouse, and then that's it.
Yeah, in time. That was so good. No more V reversal, though, as a result. And now it's danger.
Oh, boy.
Super is on deck.
2, 3.
EX again.
2.
1 more hit is going to be for stun.
Oh, he didn't use any of that.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, wasn't quite for stun. Wow, block the wake-up light punch. Look at this defense.
Just trying to block it out, trying to be away.
Out of there. Very fortunate. I don't think that.
Oh! What a button timing from KBrad. Balrog's reaction is just, well, you know, you win some, you lose some. Look at that. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work out. But I love that positioning and expectation, because you can't whiff punish that. It wasn't a whiff punish. It was just the perfect timing.
Like, I feel like he's gonna hit a button right about now, so wait 2 frames, hit my button.
And not even just that, it was the expectation of Balrog moving forward into that too, because it was at range before that. So great anticipation by KBrad. They settle it down a little bit. Nice, he ended the dive kick early to get underneath the DP. Again, keeping it slow.
God, this is poison KBrad now for his first lead.
It's going to be huge if he can get that. immediately right back into the pressure. He misses the dive kick.
Oh no. One mistake.
Great blocks after having been thrown 2 times. He was just willing to be thrown again.
Right.
You don't want to get hit right now. You're going to lose if you do.
Oh! It's a punish into EX. Look at that. Just a tiny bit of life left.
KBrad lives, and he has enough life. And you know he's charging tap. What's it going to be? So KBrad's not even giving KBrad that opportunity. You see where he's playing right now? He's the block and not punished.
And it didn't kill either.
No.
Single crouch slide punch didn't kill.
No. KBrad is in this.
Oh, one hit in the super and it's done.
Oh, that's it. No punish again. KBrad is, I don't know what the deal is. Is he just letting it go?
He builds up the V-trigger. That's what he was doing. He was going for those overheads so he could build up V-trigger. I didn't think he could get another one this round.
KBrad's just blocking it out. What a... He blocked it out successfully. He waited the whole time. And I love that. He was willing to take all the grabs in the world. He blocked the overhead. Extremely important that he did that. What defense? What defense?
That defense gives KBrad the first lead, 8-7. Hold on to your seats, folks. If you're sick of KBrad, we may not be done with him just yet.
Yep. You know, when he's had success after game 1, it's really been, wow, that BTP! You gotta use EXTP in Season 2. But it's been, I would say, more about his slow play.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's his strength anyway, but it's clearly been doing better for him. Great punish.
Saving that second half of the meter for this reason. Yep, get extra damage that way.
And now KBrad is ready to go. He burns the trigger and throws it right out.
Oh boy.
Oh wow. What a mix-up. It's obviously the most simple mix-up in the game, but just the timing of it, that he went for it there. It's very interesting.
We talked about how PR Balrog just had weird button timing. I feel like maybe KBrad has this a little bit better feel for it right now.
I think that's true. We saw that briefly. Li Joe had that against Balrog, and Balrog made the switch pretty quickly, so we'll see if he can do that against KBrad as well.
Nice.
They both waited.
Both of them, yeah. With the beautiful anti-air normals.
They got some of the better ones, James.
Yes. Okay, good throw tech. Just got caught low. That's that half screen sweep.
Yes.
3/4 screen sweep.
And safer than sweep anyway.
Yeah.
The knockdown into the corner now. What the? Oh, God, these guys in their defense, they're amazing.
Ooh, threw him out of the viewer.
Oh no! That happened before, and he's gonna lose again because of it meterlessly.
Ow. Oh, man, and he's using the right one. That looks like the light kick one, which goes pretty horizontal.
Was he in trigger actually at the moment?
No, he was not.
He was not yet, okay.
I think that's the light one. He might be using the medium kick one. I'm not sure. I have to watch the tapes. Okay. Good defense.
And a lot of gray life, and it's all melted, just like that. Interrupted, PR Balrog. No, it wasn't the grab, and KBrad guessed right. I mean, so consistently.
All right.
You know, the back and forth in the mix-up here, I think, is really fascinating to watch.
Wow, did he? He did not. Okay.
The one time in this whole set when he wakes up with his only invincible option, it's blocked.
Yep.
But that's the first time. That was game 16. It was the first time.
And now KBrad is up 9-7. KBrad is at King game.
That's right. He could be repeating again. Why not? I mean, the way he's playing right now is amazing. He has won the last 4 games.
Wow.
Balrog was up by 2.
7-5, and then KBrad coming all the way back.
Yeah. It's reminiscent of when he played against Pavo, actually.
Yes.
Remember his long streak having been down, something clicked, he just figured it out. So the consistency is excellent.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, that was the latest cancel that I've seen.
The block was there. KBrad was willing to take the low. And just was willing to play patiently. You know?
Gets out of there with that V reversal.
Yeah.
Again.
Well, I love that he had enough life that he didn't need to make a comeback or anything.
Right.
One hit was going to do it. V-trigger, what does it matter at that point? Just don't be in Brog's clutches, right?
Right.
This time he spends 2. Look at that damage! If he can find maybe one more hit for stun, no, it's mostly gone away.
KBrad is at set point.
Back.
Never mind. He is going down here, but he's still at set point.
Yeah, he is. He can still take this right now. And he starts out pretty well. He has super.
Yes.
Final round.
Unfortunately, Eduardo basically has a full bar as well.
Yeah, it's going to be very soon.
The patience to block in that situation. Watching Balrog walk right up to you in the Brown House.
In there, it was right through the anti-air attempt. And he walks it. It wasn't the grab. It wasn't the grab. 3 times and KBrad blocked it. There have been walk-up grabs there, I don't know, throughout the set. That time it was the mix-up and KBrad blocked it.
He wants that crush counter. He wants to combo into that critical art so bad. Oh, never mind. He's going to spend one of the bars.
Just trying to control things. Trying to prevent KBrad from doing what he wants to do. He landed in time.
He's coming right down to this. Only a little. Look at all that gray health building up.
And with that, yeah, well, never mind. I was just gonna say with super. Oh, he went low the first time.
Oh,
that might
boy.
be it. Is that it?
That should do it.
Let's see. Are we gonna have KBrad reigning again? Not quite. Hold on now. Oh, there it is. KBrad takes it again.
Throw bait at the very end, and KBrad at the end rattling off 5 games in a row. Oh my God.
Amazing end to it. It was a 7-5 lead, and there were a couple of times when KBrad had leads like that. He was up 5-3 at one point. He was up 4-2. He was up 3-1. He was up 7-5, and then KBrad. I'm really interested to see, what it is that he did. I really look forward to the conversation there. KBrad, again, he takes it. Yeah, we mentioned he's been on top for a long time now, and he himself thought that KBrad was the best chance to knock him off. That didn't quite happen. He had 5 games in a row to close it out, and now we're going to go over to James to get his thoughts on how that happened.
And I am still here with KBrad. Look, you were behind about 2 games that whole entire time, and you rattle off 5 games in a row. What happened those last 5 games?
So I feel like in the beginning I made a couple of mistakes, like a lot of low forward hit confirms that I missed. Because sometimes I react off of sound also. For the people like Eduardo and Justin that like to do the up down, like they do the last second block. So I have to react to the sound when they do stuff like that. So I'm like, oh crap, he's doing this. Like I can't hit confirm now. So I got a couple of hit confirms later on in the set, and I didn't really go for the ones when he was crouching. When I knew, I just went for a lot of whiff punishing. But it was a lot of mind games because obviously the stand short mix up is really good, but there's holes in it. So if I would do stand short throw, Ed saw that, so he was like, okay, he's doing stand short throw, and I'm gonna do the target combo in the middle of the stand short throw. Then I was like, okay, now I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do stand short, low jab throw, and then he would wait after the first jab, so then it'd be a stand short, low jab, then he'll hit the target combo. So I was like, I'm guessing wrong all over. So then I was like, I don't really want to go for throws, because a lot of times when I was going for throws, I like lost a lot of damage. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll just try to throw in neutral, like I'll try to slowly get close to throw. So I was doing that, but for the most part, it was I tried to save my V reversal sometimes to I was like, I don't need my V meter because if Cammy does better in the neutral, so I was like, I need to get away. Like I'm losing way too much damage every time I get hit.
Well, I mean, so the both of you are up in NorCal right now. How often do you guys actually play each other?
No, we never play each other. Some in the tournaments. No, because I'm streaming a lot more now, and Ed started streaming again, so he's streaming a lot too. So maybe I only see them at tournaments. Like that's the only time. Maybe if we go to I know they go to Champ's house. Sometimes I go over to Champ's house, so maybe we'll play there. But we haven't played like that. We played online a couple times. Okay.
But I mean, just in terms of that matchup, though, I mean, how do you feel about the Cammy versus Balrog matchup?
I think Cammy wins. If she doesn't win, then close to even, but I think she wins because in neutral she wins neutral for sure. But I didn't know what to do against the turn punch. Nobody was doing that. Smug wasn't doing that to me. The turn punch against my jump ins and this plus. So it's like it evades my jump in, my dive kick, and it's plus. So I have to take a mix up after that, throw or like a meaty. So I really didn't know how to deal with that. So I was like, all right, maybe I should just like try to do high dive kick away from it, or maybe I should just jump in and just block. It was one time where I got the random crush counter. I thought he was going to do it, but he didn't. So I did jump in fierce, and I just did roundhouse. I was like, what is crush counter? But he hit a different button and they crush counter. I was like, I don't know. I was trying to see like the options, like what I could do against it.
So I mean, coming into this, you kept joking, like you're like, oh well, this is the end of this is the end of my run.
Yeah.
What was it about Eduardo that you were so worried about?
No, because Eduardo's always, he's sick in every game. It's just that Balrog wasn't that good in season 1. So when they buffed Balrog in season 2, I was like, oh, I definitely just got bodied by Smug. I don't know. So I went home and studied the match a little bit, and I was like, I need to know like certain things, like is the target combo punishable? Usually I missed a punish too. Like I don't know when you have to hit the button, so I hit it later. But when he did target combo and I blocked it, I was like, it's negative. Like, well, why am I not punishing this? But maybe I just missed the timing. But I studied a couple of things. But Ed is super sick in every game, and his character's super sick now, so that's why I was like, oh yeah, Cammy bleeds. I can't make any mistakes.
Well, so, you've been winning week after week after week here right now. Like, what is your training regimen? Like, what are you doing to stay on top of your game so that every week you come here? I mean, the first round you started, like, he just had this epic set with L.I. Joe. First round you came in, and it just felt like you had been playing, like, all day.
I think a lot of things, like fighting games or just games in general, a lot of it is mental. So I feel like if you're already like mentally defeated, I just like to have fun, man. Like I like to have these sick games. Like because I look at this as practice. Like he's helping me for tournaments against other Balrogs. Because a lot of people are going to play Balrog now. So I'm like, this is definitely help. So I'm sitting up there and I'm focusing like, oh, what can I do against this? What can I do against that? So but when I'm at home, I usually just when I'm practicing offline, I don't stream that because I'm like, oh, let me just practice and stuff like that. Maybe I'll practice with like Justin or something like that, and we play a bunch of sets. But most of the time I'm streaming online, but the online is so bad, so it really doesn't. But I try to practice my like slow and steady pace online, but it doesn't work that much online,
Well, speaking of Justin Wong, I do believe he is going to be showing up next week.
Yeah.
And I think he is going to be potentially a competitor. I know you've had some choice words for Justin recently. Is that a matchup that you are really looking forward to play?
No, not at all. Because Justin in long sets is actually like no one knows how Justin really is. You see this 2 out of 3, like, oh, this guy just got a quick 2 out of 3, or this guy beat him 3 out of 5. It's all good. Like, no. When you play Justin in the first to 10, he's never getting off the show. Nobody will ever be able to beat him, dude. So when he comes, hopefully whoever he plays beats him, because I'm definitely not gonna be able to beat him in first to 10 at all.
Well, one last question that I have for you here is obviously, one of the reasons why you guys have this little rivalry going is because he used to be EG. He's gone from there. Now you have Chris G as a part of your team here. What do you feel like EG is going to do here in 2017 between the two of you?
So I think picking up Chris is a great addition because Chris didn't travel. So everyone knew that Chris was good, but it's one of these things that online is not really good for practicing, I don't think. Chris needs to get out there and go to more tournaments. You saw when he was traveling a lot, obviously it was a different game, but he was doing extremely well in Street Fighter 4 and Marvel. He was doing well in both. So I feel like now that EG gave him the opportunity to like travel to all these different events, he's going to be pretty amazing. And Gal is messed up in this version. So he's going to go to all these tournaments. He's going to annoy everybody. So I'm pretty sure that Chris will do amazing this year.
So,
he's playing Urian too. Gao and Urian, yeah.
Wait, he picked up Urian?
Yeah. He has a Urian. He has a Urian also. Yeah.
Smart man. So are you telling me this is going to be the year of EG this year?
Let's hope so.
All right. Well, there you have it there with KBrad, of course, and we're going to take it to the we're going to actually take it to a quick break first. And when we come back, David is going to have some words with Mr. PR Balrog.
All right. Joining me now is PR Balrog. It didn't work out. It was working out. It started out working out all right. You were
I
up.
don't think so.
No, you don't think? Okay, because at times you were up by 2 games. There were like multiple occasions where you were up by 2, but you don't think that it went well even then.
So that's a tough matchup for Balrog, right? I even said it before, right?
Yeah.
So what I try to do is try to get a lead early with things that KBrad did not know.
Okay.
Turn punch, EX turnarounds, all that type of stuff. Yes, it didn't work out, but I mean, it's one of those things that on a long set you can see how a character starts to struggle or how strong is a character.
Okay. Well, what in particular in those last 5 games? You won 5 in a row to close it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
What in particular about those or in those games was really like the sign of struggle?
As you could see, I could not open him up. Balrog has stubby limbs, so he can't really contest with her limbs. Her low forward is just too fast, right? And it covers so much distance. So I have to be careful and just going forward and back, hoping he makes a mistake.
Well, do you know what you would do about that to sort of deal with that better?
I've tried so many things, but nothing works out other than throwing random EX rush punches, but I can't play like that. So it's just one of those things that I just can't do. Okay.
Well, just from watching it, I feel like one of the big things was that KBrad kind of slowed it down. In the start, I mean, he won the first game by being fast in part, but then you sort of, you had this lead. He really slowed it down. He brought it down to more not him being insistent about approaching, right? He was just kind of playing the neutral game a lot, and I feel like that was a big change in it. Was that something that you feel like he figured out that he should do, or what was the genesis of that, do you think?
I think he knows that, how when Balrog struggles. He knows that in neutral, Balrog is not very good. So he started mixing that with jump-ins with either EX or a normal. I have to be careful with that too, because if it's EX and if I try to anti-air, I get hit and I'm in a bad situation. Other than that, the pressure that she has is just way too strong against Balrog. I can't be reversal. I can't throw anything in the middle. So I just have to take it. And as you could see, the light is still in the game.
Yeah, it's definitely really strong. Is there maybe a character switch that you would go for in the future?
Maybe. It's hard to say. In a 2 out of 3, I would feel more comfortable, of course, in that matchup, because if
it was a 2 out of 3, you would have taken it.
Exactly. So maybe not in tournament, in a long set, maybe. It's one of those matchups that I have to study a little bit more to see.
Okay. All right. So he gets to play next week against either Smug or Justin. First of all, how do you think that Smug and Justin is going to go? Smug plays Boxer too. That's why I ask.
Me and Justin had a really, really long set yesterday.
Okay.
He beat me 60-40. So.
Oh, dang! Really?
Yeah.
Was it exactly 60-40?
Yeah.
Oh,
basically.
That's crazy. Okay.
So we'll see. I think Justin has a really good understanding how the Balrog matchup works with Karen. It's a little bit better than it was in Season 1. But Smug is a really, really good player. And he's on a roll. I've only seen him lose to Laura.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So to be honest, we'll have to wait and see. But I think it's gonna be a really good match, maybe a close one.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks a lot for joining us, man. I really appreciate it. Is there anything that you're going to soon that we can see you at?
Final round, whatever's in the middle of final round, I will try and go. But you can expect me to go to almost every CPT this year.
Awesome, man. Cool. I'm looking forward to it.
One-man army. No,
yeah,
no,
right,
I'm kidding.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for joining us. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in just a bit.
So once again, congratulations to KBrad for taking another week of King of the Hill.
I feel like we might have said that before. This could be on some kind of a tape delay, and it could be exactly the same thing, because that's been so consistent, and I feel like this was the best week that could have taken him down so far, and he was very consistent. I mean, he won 10-7, so 10-7. I think that's the closest set that he's had.
Definitely.
But that said, still, he won 5 in a row.
Yeah.
To close it out, I mean.
It's interesting because I was talking to, L.I. Joe and KBrad while you were talking with Eduardo, and even Eduardo was talking about this in the interview, but, like, there are definitely players who do better in longer sets than they're in shorter sets.
Yes.
And even Joe was just saying, he's like, oh, I'm not good in long sets. Like, I burn out, quickly and stuff like that. And I feel like KBrad is just like, he's like primed for these longer sets. I feel like he's really good at this. And because he seems to have this stamina that keeps him going throughout the whole entire thing. And it only seems like it kind of builds as it goes.
Yeah, you can tell that he doesn't shut his mind off. A lot of people, when they play longer sets, they sort of get into autopilot, and maybe they think about it later, and then they adjust, and then next time they play, they're ready, right? They have the adjustment. It's not as easy to be in the moment enough throughout a long set to like think critically about what it is that you're doing wrong. Maybe I should try something else. And what I've noticed, each time we ask KBrad what happened after a set, every time it's, I was trying this, I was trying that, it didn't work. I was trying, I did this instead. Like it's not that he always comes into it with just one set idea and he does that thing. It's that he is in real time adapting, right? And that is an extremely powerful attribute to have as a player.
And it's interesting too because, I was just thinking about like who might be the best players in long sets, right?
Yeah.
Like, and next week, Justin Wong is one of them. He's potentially one of the best.
Oh, yeah.
Right? If he can get past Smug.
Right.
Because Smug is definitely going to be
also very strong.
Yeah, also very strong. And, I even have to, in casuals, I have to give, Flo a lot of credit for for long sets.
Oh, yeah.
We always talk.
Look, Flo casually is one of the top players in the continent for sure.
Right.
But look,
Justin
you and I have played against Justin in long sets.
Yeah.
All right, we both tried it. It feels terrible. I got to tell you. Like, typically... this was even when I was like playing for real and I was like doing okay, in tournaments and stuff. There was nobody else who could make me feel that way. I always felt against other people, like even if I was losing, there was like a light at the end of the tunnel where I could be like, oh, if I make these changes, it would work out. Never felt like that. He's the only guy who makes me feel like that in a long set. So I feel like he's the best person I've ever played in a long set for sure. And I know that he and KBrad have had a lot of long sets. I know they've trained up a lot against each other. So it's not like they're going to be coming into this fresh. This is going to be, if that happens, of course, we'll have to see what happens. Right. But if that's the matchup, then it's going to be sort of just a continuation of a long series.
And Justin is the only player that's ever made me truly believe humans were psychic. Like,
I totally hear you, man.
But totally
hear you. But yeah, of course, it could be Smug. And Smug is such a strong player. He does play Boxer a little bit differently than Rog does, as Rog said. So I'm really interested to see if that's the matchup instead against KBrad, how he deals with Cammy.
Yeah, and the interesting thing too about Smug, remember, he started with Karen, who is most likely who Justin is going to pick.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, he is going to have a lot of familiarity with that character. And, I don't know how much practice against Balrog Justin has had outside of I don't know how much him and Eduardo have played each other, but like Smug has that ability to overwhelm you. He has that ability because he's like, one of the best things that you can do as a player is I don't want to call it random, but always switch up what you're doing.
Of course,
and Smug is one of the best at that. And then, I know we've always mentioned this millions of times when we used to commentate Smug matches. People just didn't give him enough credit on his footsies.
Agreed.
Because every time he hit you, it would be dead. And
that's what you
remember. You remember, you're like, holy crap, that was amazing, But, like, his footsies are really good. His fundamentals are really strong, and his reads are really strong.
Agreed.
So you combine that with his ability to mix up. Anyone who gets put in that Boxer blender, even if it's Justin, even if it's KBrad, it's going to be tough to deal with.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. But that'll be next week. It's going to be Smug versus Justin to start out. And KBrad, again, is king of the hill. And so he's going to face the winner of that. Please check it out. Give it a follow at twitch.tv/ESL so you can make sure that you know when it's going to go live next week. And in addition to that, send a follow over on Twitter.
Yep.
Twitter.com/ESLSF so you know exactly what's going to happen and when. The other reason to do that is if you want to win a super pretty joystick, you can do so by following ESLSF and also Controller Chaos, as you can see down there on the bottom right. Thanks a lot to them for the huge support throughout, a couple seasons that we've had so far.
Right. And speaking of support, we couldn't be doing this without Addis, who has been providing us with the Zowie monitors by BenQ. Again, the model number you can see right there on the screen. It's become pretty much a tournament standard. This is definitely one that you see all over the place, and a lot of people are using it, and it's really, really nice. Really great TV.
I tell you, I think we're going to set a standard for amazing FGC shows tonight on twitch.tv/UltraChenTV when we're going to talk about the EVO Games lineup. The official selection is happening today, not too long from now. And that's going to be really interesting. Which games are going to be in? Which games are not? Which communities will be upset?
I mean, honestly,
which will not?
There's
always somebody. It's hard to satisfy everybody.
There's like 15 games that legitimately could make it to EVO this year. And so there's going to be, it's like, remember, regardless of which ones get in, you're going to be heartbroken if your game doesn't get in there. But the communities whose games do get in, they're going to be very happy and excited. And, you should be excited for them as well.
For sure. So we'll talk all about that stuff. We'll talk about some Injustice news. We will talk about Genesis that happened this past weekend and a whole sort of other stuff. So please check it out at 8 p.m. tonight, Pacific time.
All right. And as for us, I think that's it for today's King of the Hill. Again, next week we are coming right back with Justin Wong versus Smug. That's just that's gonna be a beautiful match.
Yeah.
But until then, we'll see you guys later. Peace out.